not very productive, and it's pretty pathetic.
You're on your channel.
I
I know, but that's what's funny is that he always points that out.
But at the end of the day, he's probably correct. I mean,
Probably. Do you remember your life before this stupid fucking app?
I didn't use social media before the pandemic. I mean,
You don't do social media now, stupid?
well, I mean, I know I'm obviously on here talking to people whose names I don't really know.
This is
I think I.
what's it? You don't even do Instagram. You have no YouTube. You don't do anything.
Rico messaged me.
No, I just communicate with people online.
Rico,
Oh, what's up?
you messaged me. Are you okay, right?
Yeah, what's the big deal?
Do you feel like I wasn't okay?
I don't know.
I forget what the guy said, to be honest.
Nora, we all love you. You're a very nice person. I was standing up for you and like I said, even you were surprised by it. I don't know why. I don't know your history, but even Yael was like really like viciously standing up for you. And so we were two people that like amongst all of both of us are often in Jewish rooms. We were like pushing back against everybody, and I mean, I like you as a person. Like, I've never been mean to you.
And you'd probably hit it under the right circumstances.
I mean, I think she's attractive, but that's not how I. So, like, I go under a pseudonym or an anonym online. I've never tried to fuck women or anything like that on here. I don't simp for women. You guys never hear me do that. Why? Because, I mean, obviously that would involve doxing yourself. I'm not interested in doing that. I
thought you said you video called with one of the girls before.
Well, so, yeah, but they still don't know my real name or my number. Like, even Pearl, who was in here earlier, on Instagram, she's, like, video chatted with me. But, like, on Discord, I've done it. I've done YouTube with a few people on here. But I'm not, like, here I don't, like, there's a reason you don't see me in dating rooms or bitching about women. It's not my thing. I don't come here to talk about that shit.
Dating rooms?
Talking with other fucking men.
Why don't you download Hinge or Bumble and do something with your life? Get a girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, I could, but I'm just going to be honest, and no shade to women. I know that's kind of a Negro phrase, but women are really boring to talk to. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't want to debate women.
Yeah.
Maybe you're really boring and you haven't met any interesting women who are intelligent or can even, outdo you because you're dating or you're not even dating,
there are
basically.
women that can outdo me and are more intelligent than me, but I'm obviously talking about, like, on average. You go into an average, like, female-dominated room, maybe the only interesting...
This is not a fucking dating app, stupid!
If they start talking about, like, them and I don't know, something maybe I don't know how they think about men or some, like, weird, quirky...
Did you get kicked in the fucking head or did you have your head bashed in during boxing? How badly did the boxers bash in your fucking brain?
Shut up, you fucking goddamn dude.
I mean, I'm being accurate in my assessment here. You're sitting here talking as if this is a fucking dating app, dude. Do you have a Hinge account? Do you have a Bumble account?
I'm saying, like if I go on Spaces, today it would be on X. Like, is it kind of, like, funny? Like, I'll go there on, as an anonymous listener, and these are, like, the people from the conservative side of Twitter, and they're talking about, like, sexual shit, and it's just like, oh, it's like let's see how they actually behave. And a lot of right-wingers have been doing that, and, like, there's been a lot of them have been calling them out, like, oh, you're a fucking dysgenic, deviant, you're not part of the right, where I just see, like, 40-plus-year-old women just talking about, like, sexual shit, and which a lot of it I think is kind of funny, honestly. That's maybe the extent to which I want to listen to bitches talk. Like, I don't really care about I mean, let me ask you this.
I don't
Okay,
even want to hear myself talk.
This will show a lot, comedian. When it comes to like geopolitical issues or anything really of relevance, when do you actually want to hear a woman's voice? When are you looking forward to?
I come on Clownhouse for women's assessment and analysis of geopolitical bullshit.
Okay, I'm asking who in particular. And it doesn't have to be Clubhouse. It can be like a mainstream figure. It can be anybody.
I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but why?
For
Your
that fucking-
question's stupid, dude. Why? You're setting it up as if I seek out women to listen to their fucking analysis. I
I'm not
don't.
setting it up. I'm just saying. In real life, though, like, I mean, if I'm looking at people on the left, the right, like, I will listen, and I actually find him more, like, entertaining than most of the faggots on the right. Ezra Klein's fucking podcast, I'll listen to that shit and be like, he's actually a pretty sharp guy. He's somebody who I disagree.
He's a fucking moron.
No, I think he's definitely smart. He's ideologically very driven, but it's interesting to listen to how these people.
I'm not even joking.
Oh wow.
He lived on the west side of Manhattan. He's a total cock dude.
I can believe the cut part, but like I'll listen to this shit, but it's just like I'm trying to think who are women. I forget the name of this Romanian bitch who moved to England a couple years ago, who did this hit piece on the dissident right a few weeks ago. Yeah, I forget her name. But
There was an article you actually. Let me get it for you. It's called "The Anti-Semitic Bros of the Conservative Party." It's about the Andrew Tate's. Let me see if
Was
I
I
can
in
find
that?
it. Were you in it? Fuck. You don't even. Were you in it? Nobody even knows who the fuck you are, Robert Taylor, except for Alvin Bragg.
Was this in the
I'm
New York
pretty
Times?
No, it was like the Atlantic or the New Yorker or something.
So no, this was in the New York Times. It's Alex Kushka, or I believe. She was somebody who also like post or during the pandemic, she ended up becoming popular, and I would listen to her podcast just because of the people she would bring on. And what's really weird is a lot of these guys. So you had everything from like. She would actually get on a lot of academics. Some of them were like even sociologists who were somewhat kind of alt-right-ish. But then they would break down like a lot of the where a lot of the alt-right gets it wrong. And you know, like I've talked to Richard Spencer a million fucking times. Like there's a lot of things they see that they did wrong. They see what currently is really going wrong, and when I say that they say it's going wrong, it's kind of like they admit that they were wrong about a lot of shit in the past.
Oh wow, Richard Spencer, huh? What a cool guy. You've talked to him hundreds of times. Wow. Like, who gives a fuck? The whole point about life is optimizing your life, and that's your house, that's your health, that's your love life, that's your food, that's your environment. I mean, you guys talk as if you have no fucking lives at all, and you're not concerned about anything.
You're on here all day streaming. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't have to talk because you guys do all the talking, and what I've observed is that it's stupid
Like,
talk.
you're levying this criticism at us when it's like obviously you don't have a fucking life. So.
No, I had to deal with plumbing issues all day long. That's the real world. This is fucking drama, stupid entertainment, hypnosis communication, which is totally pointless. I'm also running for Congress. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm not running for. You're not gonna get elected. Like.
Does it fucking matter? I'm doing something.
Yeah, but I can run for an election. I'm not gonna win. It means nothing.
It doesn't matter. I am projecting and causing.
I can run for president, literally, but it's a waste of fucking time. I'm literally wasting my life.
It's not a waste of time running for Congress. The guy that I'm running against is a total fucking moron, and there's so many stupid Congress people.
Right? Do you not live in Chicago?
Yeah.
Just so you're wasting your fucking time. Amazing.
No, this is not. I'm not running in Chicago. I'm running against a Republican candidate in the suburbs where it's 90% conservative voters.
We hope you'll win.
Chances are I won't win But the fact of the matter is, this guy is a vaccinologist, a big internet scam artist. There's just the voters are completely unaware. Like literally, the low IQ voters have absolutely no idea who they even vote for. Let alone they don't even know that they're voting against themselves every time they vote for these people because all they do is rip them off and spend all the fucking money. It all went to Verizon, AT&T, Pfizer, Verizon. I mean, these Congress people are criminals. They spend $1 trillion
That's our whole
acts.
fucking. Like, are we going to be honest? Like, do you really think Republicans? I see the game that where Democrats are kind of. Okay, so they're willing to facilitate demographic change and have an alliance of the coloreds with those particular whites in order to continue to win elections. Do I think that in the same way Republicans are the exact same way? They will build a fucking alliance without care for the everyday American. They just want to keep themselves in power. Like, I guess I'm somebody who's voted Republican my whole life, but I'm going to be honest. Like, there's some wedge issues where that's why I'll vote Republican, but I consider them both, like shit parties. I mean, if I'm being honest.
What are you eating, Tepe? You're like.
It's not, the party is shit, but the point is, it's about doing something. I mean, what was the last book you even read?
It's been a few years. It was like
A few fucking years you haven't read a book, but you've been on here for years talking.
Yeah, I read shit online. I like read news, and then what I have read quite a bit of, it's like different scholarly articles where it's basically obviously preeminent scholars trying to, prove their points, and of course they're
Preeminent scholars.
I'm educating myself and educating myself. It's kind of like looking at the
I
outcomes.
was emotional for no reason. I'm just emotional.
You were emotional for no reason? I don't believe it.
Princessa, you're fine. Princessa, you're fine. Just don't. You don't have to apologize to us. Just don't. You're cool. Like, I don't.
She wasn't apologizing to us. She was apologizing to her man, Diego.
I know, but she shouldn't be doing this in public.
He's not your man anymore? Well, that's good news. That's breakthrough. You're finally free from this fucking Jew hater's hypnosis. Congratulations.
No, I wish he was my man. He doesn't want to be my man.
She corrected herself there. Okay, I guess you're still not free. Never mind.
I'm not like one of these brutally honest people that you have to say the truth all the time. Like, I think there's a lot of conversations that men and women shouldn't have together. I don't know if you agree with that, Pepe, but
I mean, I personally, I don't like. There's a million reasons. First of all, I think men are hardwired differently to have conversations we find more interesting than women do. In any space that is dominated by women, I've never found them entertaining. And I just there's a lot of things. Yeah, I don't think we should discuss in front of each other, and I don't know.
Well, what is your example, Diego, of a conversation you don't want to have?
That we all tend to come into. Now I know that I had my own spaces where you guys were largely in. I mean, it's mainly men. Why?
I used to come into your spaces, warm them up, and then you'd kick me out of your room after it built up to a certain momentum.
Never shut the fuck up, and you troll nonstop, literally.
What is the point of this app? You think it's college? You think it's working at a corporation, at a business, or working for the? What the fuck do you think this app is about, stupid? It's about comedy.
Nobody's gonna stay in a fucking room and they have to hear you.
They're not gonna stay. You think they want to listen to you and Mon all night long while you guys say the N-word 100 times?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why people are always going in our rooms. I mean, honestly.
Because you say the N-word and you upset black people.
Not
You think
because I said
that?
the N-word? No. Is it because I upset black? Okay. up as like a large reason blocking the rooms. Like the very first room I made, is that I felt this app out for like a few weeks, and then it was like white people, whiteness, and all things beautiful about white people. It was some stupid shit. And then like all of a sudden, it's just like within a few minutes, I have like 150 people in the room, and it's just like
Nice.
all of it. You know, like all of these black people are like, "What's up with your title, motherfucker? What you doing?" And then I you know, and while I was filling this app out, I remember like going into predominantly black spaces, and I could be talking. Then a black woman would overtalk me. They'd be like, "Cracker, you hear this sister talking, right? You let this black queen speak. No, you're goddamn wrong, motherfucker." And it's like, oh, okay. And so, like, I immediately started playing that same fucking ball game. I'm like, okay, Mr. Jefferson, I know you heard, this white queen speaking, okay? You can kindly shut the fuck up so she can continue her point. They're like, who are you talking to? Okay, move to audience. Okay, any of you other monkeys want to get,
Pepe, how badly did you get beat
they were
during
just
the
like,
boxing
they were just like, oh my god, this
matches?
cracker and his audacity. I was literally, like, not even one-upping them. I was literally treating them, giving them the same level of hospitality that they gave us. And they could not fucking stand it. And then, of course, I started bringing up statistics and, FBI crime data, all of this shit. They're like, oh, that shit's racist. That's racist. What do you mean? What do you mean we commit more than half the murder? That's bullshit. You guys committed genocide your whole life. 400 years of slavery and oppression. And, they go with their stupid narratives. And they're a very easy group of people to just, like, troll and make them jump out of their skin. Like, there's no group of people where you can say one word and they act like monkeys. And of course, nigger is the word.
Well, have you ever painted a picture of the Prophet Muhammad?
Well, no, that's another one.
Yeah, why don't you change your name to Muhammad? See, you're boring. You've gotten boring, Pepe. What we're encouraging you to do is spice it up.
I don't make rooms in. When's the last time I made a room?
Listen, I think you're just repeating yourself all the time. Like, how badly did your head get bashed in the boxing ring? Because you don't ever actually say anything new.
But when do I make rooms anymore? I don't make rooms
Again, you're
anymore.
repeating yourself. I've heard you say the same stupid shit over and over. When do I make rooms? I don't even make rooms anymore. Like, bro, do something with your life.
I'm not. This is a dying app. Any clout I would have got, anybody who knows who I am, they already know who I am. I literally, I'll just like come in and shoot the shit with people. I'm not making fucking spaces. I'm not
Dr.
trying
Australia,
to
what do
get,
you
like,
think?
let rooms with a bunch of fucking people. I just
Let me
fucking
ask
dodge a
Dr.
bunch of
Australia.
chaos. Like, that's not my thing anymore.
Dr. Australia
Yeah.
in the chat wrote, wow, healthy debates really plummeted. I wonder what happened to Roger. Did you catch JB saying that the kid who stabbed the other kid was scared for his life? I heard JB today, Jay Breskin, say that he's a conservative, and I couldn't stop laughing because that fucking faggot voted for Kamala Harris. Also, Dr. Australia wrote, Brincesia is crying again.
Yeah, she does that.
It's gotta be
You
Nora.
know,
I mean,
you gotta admit that
Abby.
this app shouldn't be dying. It's a good platform. They fucked it up really bad.
They fuck it up so
They had a
bad.
town
Like,
hall today.
out of
Did you
all
see
of
it?
Out of all of like the media podcasts, this was like the best platform. If you go onto X, it's just like you can only have a certain number of people on stage. It's the audio quality's horrible.
Yeah.
And of course, Elon Musk has had this shit for a couple of years, and nothing's changed.
How many accounts do you think you've had,
absolutely
Pepe?
sucks.
How many accounts do you think you've had? I think I've had probably 30.
Why doesn't
30
he just
at
buy
least.
Clubhouse?
I don't know.
Hello?
Why would he buy it? He's already got X, and social audio over there is bigger than it is here.
To buy anything.
No, he's talking about Elon Musk, not me, you fucking retard.
I've known.
What would he do? Just keep running it as a for
I don't
loss
have the money
business?
to buy. I don't have the money to buy Clubhouse. Just like 99% of other white people, I do not have the money to Clubhouse.
What if we pooled our money and bought it all together? that
Then what are
part.
you gonna do with it? Put Google ads on it? Google won't allow ads where you have rooms with people dropping the N word and fucking making death threats and calling for people's murders all day long on this app. Have you not been? You don't even create. You don't even. Diego, you don't even go into other rooms. You just create rooms. You're smart.
You know, hold on. You know, as a, you guys will call me, they call me Tether, whatever you guys want to call me, whatever. You know, a lot
We're
of
not FBA. We don't use that.
I'm not an
service.
FBA. I'm not. You know,
No, I'm saying FBA has called you guys that. We white people
Yes.
don't do that.
Okay, so the thing is this, right? One of the things that hold back this country, because I'm not born and raised, I was half raised here. One of the things that hold back the United States of America, and it's the truth, it's this ethnic race shit that's going on here. That's one of the major issues that hold back this country. Now, you know, nigga means an ignorant person. And I know in America and around the world, nigga, whatever, wherever everybody come from, they use it separately. We all use it as a tone of endearment. Who use it as a derogatory? Because you guys do. One of the major things that I feel a lot of Americans of Caucasian descent need to move forward from, and FBAs too. Move
The fuck
forward
is an
from
FBA? A football player?
diversity, your racial disparity, and your racial stereotypical outlook.
King
Because a lot of
Tutankhamun, what's an FBA?
A lot of Caucasians, we're not talking about on the app, I'm talking about in real life.
King Tutankhamun, what's an FBA? I don't know that
A lot of the
acronym.
time,
Let me Google that for you.
I'm not too common.
Jesus Christ, comedian.
Stop trying to think you're throwing me off. Just stop. Okay, you're not. Move. You see, once you move
What's your
forward,
point, Dr. Pap?
You see, once you move forward,
Dude, just shut up.
this
Not you, but comedian.
this country will be so powerful than where it is, because you guys think America's powerful. It's not.
It's a paper tiger.
It's not powerful, especially in 2025. It's not. This country will be more together and powerful, and then you will be more conducive to have strong growth internally. Like
Let me ask
a
you
lot
this
of
question,
other
Gap.
countries.
I can kind of get what you're saying. I'm
Because
saying
at the end of the day, you all born here. A lot of you all have a lot in common, because a lot of you guys, you think a lot of you guys don't have a lot in common. Black Americans and Caucasian Americans, you guys have a lot in common. You do. You think you don't, but you do.
Wait, you ain't black?
No, I agree, but hold on. So I want to ask you a question. Where in Africa do you come from?
Damn. I'm not African.
Where are you from?
I wasn't born in Africa, so that don't make me African. I'm an African descent. Yes. Do I have admixtures like all of you guys? Yes.
But I would say this. So if you look in Africa, it's non-stop warring in a lot of these countries, and it's among ethnic
Yeah, but there's other reasons why there's non-stop warring in there. And it's not just because of the people that are born there. There's a lot of other nuances that come with what's going on in Africa.
You see, my argument would be, whether it's in Europe, Africa, or Asia, is that the major fault lines tend to be racial, ethnic, and religious. So we can look at the Balkans, which is the region
Well, I mean, in
where
Africa,
they are willing to slaughter
it's
each
more
other.
like
Said I
it's
will
more like
return
a
to
different
you.
tribal
Why would this guy
type
get
of
new
stuff.
permanent teeth in 24 hours? Instead of placing you in
Native
temporary
Americans
teeth,
did that. I mean, the thing is, though, that people differentiate themselves and they absolutely fight. And you see, here's where I think it's kind of ironic what you said. Is that when the rest of the world, when I say the rest of the world, I mean literally the rest of the world, has not been able to get over their tribal, ethnic, racial, or religious differences, somehow they're supposed to be a miracle in the United States where we are capable of doing it. I think that's kind of...
Well,
I mean, because America pushed togetherness, democracy. So that's the main reason why I'm stating what I'm stating. Plus, this is a huge melting pot. So that's why I'm stating what I'm stating. Because you guys are pushing togetherness, and it's really nice.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I think that the melting pot thing was a mistake.
Well, half of you guys are yourself. Your forefathers are not born American. So I think you guys, that's why I said you guys and FBAs have a lot in common. And you think you don't really do.
FBA, Foundation of Black America. So here's where I'll say that this is kind of proving my point. So, yeah, Europeans came here, the new arrivals, depending on where they came from, were looked down upon. But then we mix together and we just become white. Especially with like the millennials, quite a bit with the Zoomers. They're absolutely like, if they're white, they're generally going to be like a mix of several different ethnicities of European background. Whereas after 400 years, Native Americans and blacks are still black. That's something that where like there's a racial fault line that is not really been overcome. I mean, I can have a kid with like a Hispanic woman, and it's kind of, at the end of the day, it's going to be. It may look like an exotic white person, or maybe just flat out white. And then they can just like blend in. Europeans have always
depends on the country where they're from, and it depends on the background of the person that speaks Spanish, because the Hispanic.
Mexicans are the overwhelming majority where I come from.
You and a Mexican, you yourself, you don't look like you're a pure.
I'm 100% European.
You look like you have a tan in that.
I do have a tan in that picture.
Right.
But,
exactly.
But
and then that's another thing with you guys too.
See, we're not as colorist as you guys, and that's a really weird thing.
With people that have nice skin tone, but you're tanning. That shit is crazy to me. I've always,
sure.
From I came to this country, I always find it so funny. And where I'm from, I wasn't dirt poor. So we have white Jamaican people. We have Chinese Jamaican people. We have Indian, red dot Indian, not the indigenous like people here. You guys and the FBA is always claiming. We have East Indian people. My family is descendant of that, so on my mother's side. I always find it so funny when we used to go to the North Coast, we used to drive to the North Coast, and then British white people and American white people are totally different. I used to look to myself and we used to laugh. Now, here it is. Americans is coming to my country, trying to make it seem like they're better than us. Motherfuckers is on the beach tanning, trying to get dark. That shit is crazy to me. But you have issues with black people like myself.
Well, I would say, here's the weird thing. So,
that shit is crazy.
I don't think it is. So, if you look at the history of tanning, so it used to be amongst whites. Getting a tan was, or being tan was like it was a huge turn on. Why? Because having a tan meant that you were a laborer. But at least it's like the 1940s, Coco Chanel was in the Mediterranean. Her and her models had tans. And then all of a sudden it became chic and cool to like have a tan. And I would say this, God gave us skin that can tan. And I love how you try to like equate it to us like wanting to look black. It doesn't make us look more black. Like it just, if anything, it can signal a lot of things, like such as maybe you exercise, like today, you're outside more, you exercise more, you whatever. is not trying. I'm trying to look closer to black. White people, when they tan, they don't look like another ethnicity. That's what
I
I think
wasn't
is weird.
I don't ever think you can never look like my beautiful chocolate skin ever. That will never happen. You can never look like me. So
That's racist.
once I could care less. His undertones of what has been going on, and when I came into the room, all that niggas that was coming out of Pepe's mouth. Let's get real. So you can never look like my chocolate skin here ever, and I could care less if you want to or don't. I never in my entire brought up in this world ever tried to think no white person is better than me, ever. And like I said, we have white Jamaican people, we have Chinese, we have Indians, we have different ethnicities in Jamaica, we have German, Jamaicans. One of the things when I came to this country, I realized a lot of people here is ignorant, low grade and low class. And a lot of people here in America are very brainwashed to the point where you're stuck in how they want all of you to be, because a lot of people here, white, black, and indifferent, and born Hispanics, you're like a flock of sheep. Anything the government tell you, you fall for it and you believe it. A lot of you, you're in a systemic, yes, and I'm here too, but I'm glad I'm from somewhere else. I can have a different outlook on a lot of things. A lot of people here are very fucking ignorant. This is one of the most ignorant places I've ever.
Well, hold on a second. So, what is Jamaica? Is it not one of the highest murder rates in the fucking world? Hold on, no, we're gonna go there.
Don't even go there because
we're gonna go there. No, shut your fucking mouth. We're gonna go there. So you're trying. No, hold on a second. What is the poorest island? What is the poorest place in the Western Hemisphere? It is literally Haiti. Okay, where are the highest homicide rates? Okay, if we look at the United States and its territories, it's Caribbean islands. If we're to look at the highest murder rates, okay, I understand with the Mexican drug war, it picked up quite a bit in Mexico, but it's always traditionally been the population with the highest amount of black people in fucking Latin America. You fucking dipshit. And if we were to look at who have the highest murder rates here in the United States, and we're not looking at the Caribbean islands, it's literally going to be East St. Louis, it's going to be New Orleans, it's going to be Detroit, it's going to be all of these fucking places. It's literally going to be all of you dumb niggas. Okay, that's literally you fucking people.
A lot of you white American people.
No, you guys commit more than 50% of the homicides, you fucking
A lot
chip.
of you motherfuckers that do a lot of mass shooting that don't know.
No, we're talking about statistics, you goddamn retard. I understand you fucking low IQ chimps don't understand per capita.
That dumb motherfucker.
Here's this low IQ nigger with his fucking, yeah, he's in his field. Amazing.
You piece of fucking shit.
Trying to tell us Americans we're fucking ignorant. Go back to Jamaica, you fucking ape.
Oh, you got it, you fucking cracker. You dumb cracker.
God damn. I hope the FBA's end up fucking
You
treating
wish
your
you
black
could look
ass
like
up.
me,
Fuck
you
you.
dumb motherfucker. That's why you tanning, you dumb motherfucker.
Didn't you have a
Fuck, I
flaming
ain't triggered
sword?
race war. ATR. You dumb
It was
motherfucker.
flaming like anything. What
Ain't
happened?
nothing triggered about me. I'm here laughing, having a smile.
I love how these black immigrants want to come in here and tell us who the fuck is American and how we should be. Like, who's this fucking retard? The FBA's fucking retard. The FBA's want to lynch this fucking ape more than any white person would, for good reason. Like you are a fucking tether. You are a fucking tether. Shut the fuck up.
Is that a lot of minorities?
Pepe, you don't even get puffed. What you talking about?
Don't see any
You don't
difference
even get
between
puffed.
yourself.
Lava, chicken, Steve lava chicken, yeah, tasty as
And it's only the
hell.
whites that see the difference.
Oh, mama, yeah, I'm ringing the bell.
Yeah.
Do you even have a bachelor's degree, Pepe?
Yeah, he works in mental health. He's a therapist. Can you believe this guy helps African Americans end the cycle? He's a therapist.
That's the
I'm
worst.
telling you what the fuck I do for a living.
Minorities have a degree
mountains and got advanced degrees. Like, I love your logic, you fucking retard.
Diego, I think you have selective memory, by the way.
Diego, how do you have this much time to host a room with children?
Dude, it's too good. This is enjoyable. But
Diego, thank you. I'm enjoying this, by the way.
What are you gonna tell your kids when they grow up and they're like, where were you, Dad? And you're like, oh, I was on this racist app, Clown House, having fun. Sorry, kids, for.
Sometimes you have to create the experiment where you put these opposite races together in a room and you see what happens in the petri dish. You know what I mean?
But you know, Dad, with whatever half nigger children he has, he's not in their lives.
That's
My
what
daughter-
Diego is that we're a petri dish.
My daughter.
Your daughter's gonna be a fucking hoe. That's what the fuck she's gonna be.
No, sir. My daughter.
No, she's gonna have. No, she's gonna be a fucking escort.
No,
Watch.
young man. Because you're younger than I am. No,
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm older than you, Pepe.
I'm in my. No, hold on a second. I'm almost in my mid 40s. How old are you?
I'm 50. So, no young man.
So your daughter is already a hoe. Okay, amazing.
No young man. My daughter is a
Yeah, she's a hoe.
mortician. So
She's a mortician.
Damn. Excuse you, faggot. My daughter, you know, like myself.
So she gets a like with So after
Like myself, we're very established.
post-mortem body, she gets to put
Thank
it
you.
on their face. Amazing.
She's not a coroner. Let me just put it to you like that.
She don't suck dick on the side like you.
A mortician is not a I love how you use the term mortician. It's a lot different from a medical examiner, which is a doctor. In other words, your daughter's a dumb nigger slut.
Pepe, see those type of comments, let me know your level. So I'm not even
What's my
offended.
level, Negro?
I'm not even offended because at the end of the day, you can't even produce or
Can't produce what?
You
Be
get bred
specific.
low level homosexual.
Be specific. Can't produce what?
You can't even produce a child. So shut the fuck up.
No, I can't. I mean, that's not hard to do. I know a lot of the low IQ Negroes, they produce them rather rapidly. A lot of,
And hence why we're overtaking.
cortex is not as acid at it over like every other race, and so no, you dumb no, hold on a second, you dumb dirty apes
why
are not able to. Yeah, you just think. It's like a dog. It's just like I'm sniffing your butt, baby. Wanna fuck you?
Politics are trying to hold on
That's what you guys do.
to the back in the days mentality.
You know, Pepe-
That's a lot low degenerate.
Back in the. Okay, but you think you're coming here with all of this wisdom, but like, let's look at your fucking country. It is by every fucking standard an absolute fucking shithole compared.
So just try to understand what I'm saying. We've moved on, and it's not that we've moved on in a way that we've rejected these ideas completely. Look, the first thing that we have to ask ourselves is, do universals exist? If you deny that universals exist, then you don't even have to engage with Aristotle or Plato. You can jump straight to like Kant and Hume, and that's it. Like, because you don't really need, you don't agree with universal properties. But obviously that kind of drives you in a corner. Like, given your worldview, if you reject universals, then you can't really be a realist about like anything really. Then you can't be a realist about morality and metaethics. You can't be a realist about like goodness or badness. You can't really be a realist about anything. It's a really, like, you're kind of driving as a skeptic. You're kind of driving yourself in the corner, right? You can't really argue with like other people because you can't even be a realist about logic. Something like logic, right? You can actually, in a sense. It depends on what type of skeptic or to what extent you.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
عارف بدل البدر صباح الفل يعني منورة يا هاني
I'm also happy for you that you finished the process. Sounds amazing.
Thank you so much. It really is. It's like unbelievable. I'm like, why did I not do it sooner? You know?
How old are you?
I don't feel comfortable.
அசம்பாவிதங்கள்ல பாகிஸ்தான் அப்பாவி பொதுமக்கள் இறந்துட்டாங்கன்னு யாராச்சும் வந்து ஆரம்பிப்பாங்க பாருங்க, அதுல இருக்கு. அதுல வந்து இன்னும் அது கண்டிப்பா நடக்கும் கூடிய சீக்கிரம். யாராச்சும் வந்து அப்படியே, ஆனா இதெல்லாம் துல்லியமான தகவல், இறந்தவங்க அத்தனை பேருமே தீவிரவாதிகள் தான். ஆனா அப்பாவி பொதுமக்கள் இறந்துட்டாங்கன்னு யாராச்சும் முட்டு கொடுக்க வருவாங்க. அதை நான் எதிர்பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன். நன்றிங்க.
இல்ல, இன்னும் சில ஊபிகளுக்கு பாகிஸ்தான்ல இருக்க அந்த மசூத் அசாருடைய மദ്രാസാவை டார்கெட் பண்ணிருக்காங்க அப்படிங்கிறது இன்னும் தெரியல. அதெல்லாம் ஆக்சுவலா
believers. Well, in the synagogue sense, it was like unique to that synagogue. So in other words, what the Lord is saying to St. Peter is like, upon you I will build my assembly, i.e. as if I was like a leader of this.
Apparently there's room to speculate.
Being the backtrack.
Right? For something like,
Lots of money, like that's why he made millions. He made millions, but you're a nice guy.
Do me a favor. If you
Can we
look
invite
at
the comedian? He's my friend, bro.
Who? Which one?
The comedian.
What's his name?
His name is the comedian.
Oh, okay. All right. Do me a favor. Look at my bio. Click on my profile. All right. That's my Cash App. So you see, you got millions. Go ahead and send some of my Cash.
So how does that? Okay, send you money like that? They asking me to send you money.
Yeah, you said you got millions.
Yeah, the earth ain't flat if you ain't rich, dog.
He's trying to play me. Are you from Nigeria?
Don't you know this broke ass bitch is from fucking Egypt? He ain't got fucking 2 shekels to fucking squeeze together.
This is a Zionist, my friend. He's a Semitic. He's Zionist. He's Semitic too.
Yeah, free the hostages and destroy
We are
Hamas.
enemies, but
Bulldoze the whole
like,
shit fucking hole and fucking build again.
Semitic nations. We are enemies. Okay, comedian, shut up. Lionel, listen, Lionel. I will help you with everything, but
Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
No more hummus, no more crime. Free Palestine.
Comedian.
No more hummus, no more
I'm
wine.
gonna. What do you think of the war between Pakistan and India?
It's tragedy. I hope it doesn't go thermonuclear.
Yeah, what did you like? Can you pick sides? Like, if you have to pick sides, what sides you pick?
I'm on this side of India. But
we have trash. Like,
there's no point in choosing sides.
You know that?
It's a big issue because there's rooms right now with like 100 Indians in there, and they're all talking about it. Like, this has got everybody.
What do you think I got my picture? I was in one of those rooms, but it was Pakistan. This is the flag of Pakistan.
What is that? A star and a moon with a green background?
Yeah, this is the flag of Pakistan. Yes.
Why is the moon white and why is the star white?
I don't know. You go ask them. Pakistani.
Lionel, do you think these Muslims are racists?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, Pakistanis are very racist, huh?
But it could go nuclear. Like today, much like it go nuclear. Like,
Can you imagine Pakistan detonates a nuclear bomb? It's like a shitty explosion. It's not that good.
They live under the mountain, bro. It's not shitty.
Everybody's like, wow, I guess Pakistan doesn't have a big bang, but like the fucking Indians, you know they got the smartest engineers in the world in India. Trust me, their fucking nuke bombs work and they're bigger.
But Pakistan, you don't know, Pakistanis are very they have very talented people too. When it comes,
Yeah, they got, but they don't have 1.4 fucking billion people. When you look at that's 100 million engineers. Pakistan cannot withstand the power of India. They have to relent.
Yeah, but good Indians are in American Silicon Valley. They're not in homeland India. They're literally like that. They don't live there.
The richest Indians don't live in India.
And that's what I'm telling you. Like, if you are good at engineering, you want to stay in India. Like,
Yeah, you leave. America, Dubai, they go everywhere. It's the biggest diaspora population on the planet.
So India have the shitty ones, the ones who couldn't travel.
Yeah, but see, intelligence with the internet age, people are smarter than ever before, and Indians really take education
imagine
seriously.
what kind of engineer who couldn't leave India, who's living on $30 a month. Like, what kind of engineer is that? Because if he's even a good engineer, he would go to Dubai, for example. I'm not gonna say America, Saudi Arabia, but staying in India is proof that he's a shitty engineer.
Yeah, but most of them leave on H-1B visa, then they go back with, hundreds of thousands
They don't
of
go
dollars.
back. Nobody goes back, bro. Once you leave that shithole, nobody goes back.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
So that's why they have shitty engineers. But when it comes to Pakistani, they don't have they have the mediocre. It's
But why are you still in Egypt? Egypt is such a shithole. Why do you live there?
Listen. When you know that most women are mediocre when it comes to IQ. That's why you have more smart women. It's literally statistical. You have more smart women than smart men. Because when it comes to men, the variations are very high. You're either smart or stupid.
I'm going out with an Indian chick on Saturday. We're going to go play tennis. She's a quantitative, financial analyst. I mean, she's a mathematician.
Indian?
She's from Kerala or Karachi or something.
They love white dick, bro. I love them.
She's a pretty girl. I mean, I like Indian women. You know why I like Indian women? Because they're not black. They're not Asian. They're not brown, Chinese.
Indian women are brown.
They're almost black, but not quite black.
But as a Zionist, you probably have this company, and she want to go, she probably works in your company. You're a Zionist, bro, and you control.
Oh yeah,
this is not true. This is
just being a supporter of Israel automatically gives you a big business, right?
You are a CEO, bro. This is the typical, stereotypical, you are a rich Zionist. This is an Indian, girl. She have, ambitions, and you are trying to play her. This is disgusting.
I'm not trying to play her. I'm trying to play her in tennis.
Your wife gonna find about it.
My wife? What are you talking about? I'm not married. You're projecting, bro. You're projecting. You're cheating on your wife.
We are Semitic. We understand each other, bro.
Habibi, I hope Greater Israel takes over Egypt. I hope it takes over Syria. I hope it takes over.
Israelis are I actually don't deny them the right to be at Palestine. I don't deny. But
what Palestine? There's no such thing as Palestine. There's only Israel.
It's the same thing, bro.
It's exactly the same thing. That's why there's no such thing as Palestine.
Yeah, we could have it it doesn't matter to me, but I don't. But most of them are not actually Semitic at all. We have Eastern Europeans, and they're I'm Jewish. You're not fucking.
Yeah, but it's diaspora Jews. They had to flee the homeland back in 60 CE, 2,000 years ago.
Okay, but are you sure all of these people are actually?
Who cares? They speak Hebrew. Who gives a shit where they came from? They speak the language of the land.
They speak if somebody he was a Slav, he decided I'm a Jew, I'm gonna go there, he speaks Hebrew.
Yeah, you ever been to Los Angeles and meet a Persian and you're like, are you Jewish? And then they're like, yeah, I'm Jewish. And they're like, yeah, bullshit, you're a Muslim. And they're like, oh, all right, we converted to Judaism back in 1967.
Yeah, but I don't know. It seems like many nations have jumped into the caravan, as they call it, tried to go with the flow, new state, new country.
That's life. Go with the flow.
Yes, nice. Like, but if nuclear war started, you gotta watch out. We need no Indian fun to you. Like, no Indian fun at all. Like,
Do you,
everybody
if
thinks
a
like this,
nuclear
they are
war
scared,
starts
like,
off, do you know
they're
how
really,
much
like,
chicken mukni there's gonna be? There's gonna be chicken mukni for everybody.
Listen, everybody left because they are afraid of you. You could literally kick them out of their jobs, influence their study. You control everything in their country, so they are afraid of you. You are terrorizing the audience.
Well, I don't know. Israel's taking over the Gaza Strip right now, so maybe Israel helped India attack Pakistan, and at the same time, they're taking out the Muslim terrorists in the Gaza.
Yeah, but imagine if Pakistan was able to defeat India. How does that make you feel?
You're so stupid. It wouldn't happen in a million years.
Yeah, but imagine like if it was like Pakistani, like was like
The
China,
populations
like,
aren't even close. Do you know how many people live in Pakistan and how many people are in their military? It's
yeah,
very
but
small.
Yeah, but most most Indians are they don't just care about the government. Most Indians are just trying to live. Like they don't care.
Yeah, but you're discounting communication, and when you hypnotize a population, they get hypnotized and they'll do what they're told to do.
They're hungry. They don't have the energy to fight. What about China? Are they
Hungry
Chinese
people make the best soldiers, stupid. You're hungry? Go here. You're hungry? Go there.
They can't. But once they can't fund, they can give food to you.
Yes, they can. They can just borrow. They can buy and borrow. Trust me, Pakistan's fucked. Pakistan made a big mistake.
No, we have lots of money. We have literally give Pakistan $10 billion this morning.
Pakistan doesn't have shit. They killed 30 Indians in a terrorist attack, and now they're suffering the consequences.
Listen, Pakistani are so talented at recycling things. Like if you
Recycling? Who gives a shit about the recycling industry?
But
That ain't the banking industry, stupid.
You could give them like scrap metal. They could create a tank out of it.
Yeah, you give a Palestinian a fucking metal pipe for plumbing, they make a rocket out of it.
Yeah, that's good. Like when you're fighting, like in a war, you gotta be resourceful.
Yeah, I know, but that's the problem. Is if you got to be resourceful in a war, you're gonna lose.
But it's not you. You are thinking that you are winning because you are smart. You're not. America's fighting for you.
You have no idea. America has been perfecting war for hundreds of years. Our technology, our entire population. We educate thousands of people in battle every single year that graduate from military schools.
But I'm saying like America's fighting for you. It's not you think that you are beating, like in Gaza, for example, because you are smart. It's not that, no. Because you are supported by American companies. It's not
Dude,
that
they
you
need
are
to release the hostages and surrender. These fuckers need to give it up.
If you have like 35s fighting against people who make pipes as rockets, it's not something you should be proud of.
Proud of? I'm sitting here in my mom's basement drinking a Miller High Life, smoking weed. What do I got to be proud of? What are you talking about?
You are a CEO, bro. I could smell it. You are a CEO, control this Indian. You have this qualitative research Indian, like land the job.
I got a dating app called Hinge, stupid.
Play some tennis, okay?
Aren't you on dating app? Don't you have Bumble in Egypt? Don't you have Hinge in Egypt?
We're gonna hit some balls.
We're gonna go to the golf course and play some golf one of these days, you and I. I'm gonna outdrive you by 50
You're gonna
yards.
teach your house to swing the bat. Fucking evil. You are evil, bro. Okay, we have Corey with us here. What's up, Corey? Oh, I hope you don't feel like distressed within Semitic nations. According to God, we are chosen, we are superior, so it's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
So like, as the world is escalating into like nuclear war, here we have Pakistan, we have literally that situations like. So what do you think like would happen like if nuclear war started? Like who's gonna like? Nobody's gonna defend you. You don't have like mommy America in your back. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go buy some guns. What do you mean?
Like you're literally gonna be like, you're gonna be alone at that moment.
I'm gonna dig a hole, a big bunker, get a bunch of weapons, ammunition, food, water, and just ride it out.
You see, this is the tactics of Hamas. You're gonna be literally like, you're gonna.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I turned into Hamas.
See, you're gonna dig a hole. You literally said, I'm gonna dig a hole.
Isn't that funny? That's what the mind thinks. It's like, okay, I'm gonna
That's
go.
intuitive, bro. If you're fighting evil, that's intuitive, like to go under.
Yeah, they fucked up. The Palestinians really fucked up. They fucked up. October 7th, biggest military strategic blunder of all
Actually,
time.
I support that. I think like this was stupid move.
Yeah, really stupid. They could have maybe established, peace and like. See, this is the thing is, it's counterintuitive.
You know what's the problem? The problem they miscalculated.
See, you got to realize that Israel has been preparing for this for many years, and so they just underestimated the reaction and the energy. It's just physics. I don't know if you know this,
They
but
underestimated. They didn't accept this skill, especially the skill was unexpected.
two planes can't bring down 3 skyscrapers. You know how much energy went into building the World Trade Centers? Do you know how much energy it takes to turn it into dust in an afternoon? It requires thermite detonators. You can't turn 3 buildings into dust with 2 planes. The energy equation is not there. It's not. It's an energy equation. It's physics. It's mathematics. And so what I'm saying is the Palestinians.
You know how much energy, literally, like in those planes, they were like filled with.
It's not enough energy. It's not enough energy to turn the building into dust. It's just not.
The fire does, bro. They are filled with jet fuel, bro. The fire does. The fire
No. It's impossible. It's a solid steel structure. It's impossible.
But it melts under fire.
It doesn't melt. It burns. It doesn't melt. It's just too big. And where the planes hit were at the top in the pancake theory, that was all thermite detonators. You're crazy if you just go to Google and type in demolition.
Islamic extremists, I don't believe it's a conspiracy, bro.
It's a conspiracy. The CIA did it, and Mossad and Saudis and others.
Americans, all the guys who are taken, most of them they are American citizens.
Most Americans do not believe 9/11 was real. They think that it was a controlled demolition.
Americans are stupid. You could control
Egyptians are stupid. You guys still fucking drink camel piss.
I'm not saying as the Semitic nations we control them. Israel have proven they are stupid. You could control them. Literally have their play them as you want.
All I'm saying is October 7th is the same thing as 9/11, meaning the Palestinians didn't understand the energy required to actually fight a war. Because if all metaphysics is all just energy. So whatever you do in life, you have to basically break it down into energy. How much energy is it going to cost you to essentially accomplish this goal? And
but comedian, you are underestimating the work done by the intelligence of Israel. We appreciate our enemies, even if our enemies, but they did a great job. Especially in the pagers job, that was a surprise, bro.
That's a big one.
It was a stupid move, bro.
Did you see Bibi Netanyahu gave Trump a gold pager?
That was I'm gonna blow you. Or it means you don't like him. I don't think it was a good thing. It's not a good present.
No way, they're proud. Do you know how proud the Israelis are? Do you have any idea how complicated that is to get fucking people to carry around plastic explosives with them and make them feel secure?
It is very complicated. Also, it is disassemble the whole Hezbollah, because once you probably those devices have tracing, information connectivity.
Did you see the photos of all the Hamas soldiers with their arms blown off, their fingers gone? They can't even do anything anymore. All they can do is get on speakerphone.
Yeah, but that's how they got the information. There's actually more information they got. Explosives. So they literally know everybody movement. They literally imagine you could know everybody. What they are seeing.
Do you know how they would use the pagers? meaning that they beep you when it's time to get to your battle position. You know, they were using it as a signaling tool. Turns out those fuckers had no idea, but they had plastic explosives stuck to their hips. Stupid.
Yeah, probably. Like I understand these things, but I think it's like there's too much to it. Like they literally they can't be that stupid. Like I don't know how that happened.
What do you mean? People take free shit all the time, and they're like, "Oh, I got some new shit. It's awesome. It was free." Oh, I got a new cell
but,
phone.
know,
Oh,
also
this
they
cell
did,
phone's the
like,
greatest.
like,
Boom!
Like attacking that guy in Iran, like they did like many. They also like kill lots like Zionists kill scientists, bro. Like how can you kill nuclear like physicists? Like they killed many like Iranian.
Do you know how many Iranians actually send information to Israel because they hate their government? They have they kill people regularly in Iran that collaborate with Israel.
Like many of them like would go like bicycles, like they were like recruited by the Mossad, and like many of them have been executed. Like I've read about this. So
Yeah.
they have lots of as you call it in Iran, lots of I don't know the English word, but people are against the regime.
People hate their governments, you know? I mean, you're lucky if you like your government.
Traitors, bro. Traitors. That's what they called it. Traitors.
Yeah, but your traitor is my patriot, so, you know. I mean,
yeah, we never like it amazes me that never like find like a Zionist traitor like go and walks for us. Like why that you have like this like amazes me too. Like I know such people exist. Like
you know, it's got to be the government, meaning like the government of Iran. You know, if you're an intellectual and you get, you know, abused or murdered, or you have a family member that was murdered, you get angry and you're like, I want to see this government collapse. Fuck it. You know, and this is what happens.
No, but most of these traitors, like if you read about it, if you can go like Google who, like for example, one scientist was killed by nobody, like a guy who was working in the gym, like I think he was like partaking some, but this guy was a very like he killed a genius, like somebody who was like eligible for Nobel prizes and like this. So it's not true. Like many like educated, literate people worked for the government while like ignorant and nobody like wanted like they get like I don't know the English word, but they get like they give them money. They're gonna like we're gonna get you to America. You're gonna be a citizen of the West. We're gonna give you all the American dream.
Defectors.
Just do that.
The same thing with the Soviets. You know, America enticed a lot of Soviets to come to America to resettle and defect from the Soviet government. Life is long, man. I mean, history is. I don't know. It's generational history.
I agree with you. And many Americans did it too. Like, but I'm saying like it doesn't mean like if they hate the regime. Actually, that Israel have killed 5 like nuclear physicists. Like, it's very sad because one of them is very talented. They could like help humanity. Yes, they are danger.
Yeah, but they're not going to help humanity. They're going to build a bomb.
Yeah, but that's like I don't know, but that's it. You can't like literally like. Do you think like it's you can like stop the world like from building bomb? Everybody gonna build them eventually.
Not really. This is life.
Build, you know, especially as you said, we have artificial intelligence. Knowledge is everywhere now, so anybody can study.
Yeah, but it's almost even though we have knowledge everywhere, it's almost impossible to like. You can't just like force it down somebody's throat. So it's like a whole that scientist that was killed. You know, if he's like the Mozart of physics and he's a genius. It's very rare, but even then, it's kind of still relative. You don't really know how truly intelligent someone is, let alone.
This is how Pakistan did it, bro. Have you read about? It's actually one scientist who did it in Pakistan.
Oh, really?
It's not that difficult, bro, to make it. It's not that difficult.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about a nuclear bomb is you're creating something out of nothing in the sense that you're able to like get to the essence of material physics. So it's like technically anybody should be able to make a nuclear bomb because what it really it's just
not technical. You don't get it. In making nuclear bombs, the problem is not technical, especially today. As you said, you could like have super intelligent helping you research. You could have information. Books are available. So it's not like the problem is like other countries are controlled. It's like very.
But look at
regulated,
COVID-19. Look at COVID-19. That was more destructive than a nuclear bomb in terms
and
of
more
economic.
sophisticated. Actually, engineering
Yeah.
a virus is more like sophisticated.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, the point is stay alive. That's the purpose of life.
Like, it's like we believe in faith. Like if you're gonna live, you're gonna live. Like so, God's hands.
It's not. It's that's an easy way to say it. I'm just saying that. What do you think the purpose of life is?
As a Muslim, the purpose of life is to worship God. And as a Jewish, you probably have the same purpose. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think that's the primary purpose is to worship. I think it's to cleave or to unite with God, but not to worship. Like God doesn't want worshipers. God wants lovers.
Okay. That seems like lovers. Okay.
Meaning he doesn't. God isn't so vain that God wants to be worshipped. God wants.
I want to live in post-apocalyptic world. That's my dream.
A post-political world.
Yes, post-apocalyptic. I don't know the word, but like Fallout. You know the game Fallout.
I don't know, Xbox or whatever.
Like when you have like war and post that,
It's a dream though. That's utopia. It's not possible because. I have many history books, and when you look at the Roman history, the Chinese history, Japan, everything, it's just never-ending chaos and war and war and war. It just doesn't fucking stop. It's crazy. And you know what the most wild thing is? Is that you are having a conversation right now in 2025, and guess what? You are a survivor, meaning that your parents and your grandparents and you all survived to create you right now. So the question is, it's like you won the lottery of survival in terms of war in human history, and it's like, okay, well, what are you going to do with your lottery winnings? You're going to come on Clown House and bitch and moan and waste your time and be immature or stupid or whatever. So it's like.
Listen, but war have a benefit. Actually, it's good. Like eventually, like I don't think like it will be a utopia, but eventually, my utopia is that kind of like all like the destruction is too imminent. Like it's not the utopia you think about. You're like living half you. I think like after a nuclear war, humanity will change like dramatically.
There's already been a nuclear war. 2 cities have already been completely wiped off the face of the earth, but that's nothing compared to what happened to Europe in World War II. So, I mean, nuclear weapons are relative because a nuclear bomb is 25,000 tons of dynamite. So it's really compression of explosion. And so it's just relative. Like a nuclear bomb is not a nuclear bomb. A nuclear bomb is the equivalency of the number of dynamite sticks. So it's just energy. And so what I'm saying is
So do you think like for example like there are other ways for human extension like AI taking over and deciding like these stupid apes like
I think the transhumanism thing where eventually like we integrate hardware into our brains like maybe at birth or something.
That's happening right now, but that's okay.
But that will produce geniuses that will be able to essentially fully automate production. And so, yeah.
You are saying the human nature as it is faulty because like war is happening.
Yeah.
As their default design right now, they cannot sustain a life, that ideal life that we want. So we're gonna like modify them. For example, you have Lionel. He's like savage. We're gonna like implant something in his mind, make him like more civilized.
Did you ever see this movie called THX 1138? I think it's George Lucas's. It's the first movie George Lucas ever made. He did Star Wars, and it's about a society that has to live underground because of nuclear war. And so they fully automate society, and everybody is on a drug. And eventually, one of the people in the society stops taking the drug, and he tries to like free himself and this girl that he loves, and they try to get back to the top of the planet, but they find out that it's just a wasteland. So it's like robots and nuclear technology and humans living, yeah, in a very, yeah.
Yeah, so what they call them cyborgs, like, yeah, I agree with you. We need like.
They're not
some
cyborgs. They're
security.
humans, but they're using drugs, medication to essentially turn themselves into robots. You know, no emotions, nothing,
Wow.
and it's all for
So
productivity and
that's even tougher,
survival.
bro. Like, it's impossible, like, as you said, like, at some point, like, we gotta do something, like, I don't know, the world, like, eugenicist, there's a world, like, the Nazis did a lot of that.
The
They tried
Nazis,
to,
yeah, they really did believe that they were able to. They're very, you know, it's crazy what happened. World War II is the
sometimes small
craziest thing
things are
ever.
truth. Like, look at this, like, some humans need, like, some gene editing, at least, like, or at least you gotta, like, pick, like, some superior humans and, like, allow them to reproduce.
See, this is
That's how
the
you get.
this is another theory is that there's not a speck of dust out of place in the whole universe and that everything is exactly as the way that it should be, meaning that like we're already in a simulation, but we are unaware of it, meaning that like we're actually in the Garden of Eden, but for some reason we can't recognize it. And thus we have all the conflict. So it does deal with like human consciousness, and really it's the sociopaths, the people who actually cause physical harm and are, you know, mean and nasty. It's the sociopaths historically that have ruined society.
I don't agree with that. Like, you have many empaths, like I love him. I'm gonna, like, they are actually very, like, unfair because they're controlled by their emotions. Emotions, like, made, for example, Lionel mother will protect Lionel at all costs because it's him. She loves her son. Like, even if he did something wrong, so it's not like my emotions doesn't make you a good person. Like, many unfair things.
Life is like can be just very bad luck. I just read about a guy who got murdered, got robbed by somebody who robbed 21 other people, and it's like
Wow.
society. If society
In
doesn't
America,
carry out the
probably in
laws,
America,
yeah,
Chicago, right?
yep. If they
That's a shitty place. Like, I would never, like, I would be like, if I'm from Gaza, like, I will stay in Gaza. Don't put me in Chicago. No,
no, it's still better than Gaza. Come on.
it's a shitty place, bro. Like,
It's shitty because people are shitty, you know. And the point is, like, you got to be on your tiptoes all the time. You don't know when you're gonna get robbed.
rich. If you're rich, like, life is beautiful, but you gotta, like, I'm saying it's
Tragedy
not
strikes
good
even
place.
when you're rich. That's why I say it's got to be a simulation. Look at Kobe Bryant. You know, flying to his $100 million mansion in his helicopter, smashes into the side of a fucking mountain.
Yeah,
Gone.
he
Boop.
deserved it.
He deserved it.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
He should have just drove to his house. Why did he have to fly a helicopter?
Exactly. Like, why would you do that? Like, this is the kind of things that make you deserve. Like, why would you, like, buy a Bugatti? You could buy, like, any car. Like,
See, governments and just don't care if you die. You know, there's like, you might be really rich. See, this is the weirdest thing, in the like. I'm just saying that.
because, like, what do you gotta do? Like, when somebody dies, it's over, bro. Like, what do you gotta care about it? Like, it's like when he was alive, I think, like, government did care about celebrities like Kobe Bryant. But once he died, like, once you die, your story ends, bro. Nobody cares about you anymore.
No, I know it's kind of crazy. Things don't shut down when like the Pope dies, and then immediately they just like we get congrats, we got a new one. So
Yeah, nobody cares about him. He's in history books now. Like, so.
yeah, that's the thing is here
That's
today,
why
gone
you gotta
tomorrow.
fuck as many bitches as you can, comedian, and you gotta live your life to the fullest. That's what
Yeah,
you gotta
but
do.
it's not just about quantity, it's about experience of quality. Meaning that, like, you might have a lot of sex, but a percentage of that sex is just not good sex. You want to achieve the highest standard of level, you know,
Wow.
highest
Love, but
level.
you know the Greeks have thought about this. Like, they thought, like, and I agree with those hedonistic Greeks. Like, they tell you it's all about pleasure. They literally solved everything, bro. Like,
Yeah,
thousands of years.
yeah. I know. Everything has already been solved. So the question is, why are people bombing each other? Why are people terrorizing each other? I don't understand it. It's
I don't know,
wild.
like as you said, because I told you, like human beings are like designed to do that by nature. It's like they didn't like evolve beyond nature. Like you gotta be controlling, you gotta like assert your dominance. It's like the jungle, you gotta be the top of the hierarchy.
But it's like well, first of all, it's political and it's insecurity. So if you're a good ruler and you're very wise, you never get angry. Power doesn't get angry. Power doesn't panic. Power is sublime. And but the problem is a lot of people see this is why Trump's assassination made him into like the most dangerous person in the world because he's actually happy now. The first time he wasn't happy.
Actually, he proved it to many. Like we thought he was a coward, but he proved he's not a coward. Like I liked him at that point. He proved like as a man, I connected to him. Even I don't like him, but you connect to brave men as you like. You have this connection between men. So like the way like he waved his hand and he was not afraid.
See, courage is considered like the highest, one of the highest virtues. So if you can demonstrate courage, you know, and thrust your fist in the air and scream, fight, fight, fight. Like that,
he did.
yeah, that mind virus and meme really in many ways absolutely guaranteed him the presidency.
Because, yeah, he won at that moment. He won the election, bro. Like, actually, he demonstrated his courage. Like, but it was not noticeable. Like when he met like the president of North Korea, he was like very calm and collected. Like, he's not the nervous like person. Because he's probably a psychopath or
something. That's why I say he could be a secret sociopath. But I just wonder if like a sociopath can pathologize, meaning like, can you reverse engineer a sociopath?
Actually, sociopath, like if I was like asking for a fair judgment, I'm gonna like change the topic because still I will ask a sociopath. Like I would trust a sociopath because they are like detached from emotion.
See, you can be detached from emotion, but there's like a negative and a positive way to detach, where you still maintain your humanity and you're not a robot. So that's the big differentiation. See, Stoic philosophy.
But they're not robots. Actually, their definitions, they only have like weaker emotional, like they don't sense emotions as we do. It's not they are robots.
Well, there's this mafia killer named the Iceman that killed like 100 and something people, and just the coldest, most detached and terrifying person you could ever meet. You know, who literally he was a contract killer that killed 100 plus people, and but yet still very gentle and peaceful and strong and confident. So it's like, you know, it's like a gorilla or like a silverback. It's like it's brain psychology. It's brain science.
He's like a polar bear. Like he doesn't care.
Yeah. Just doing it, just roaming and eating. Just
so,
no,
like,
yeah.
I understand what you say. I understand this look, like somebody who doesn't like empty.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, but sometimes people have that because they feel justified. It's not that they, like if you have a good reason to do something and you feel you are right, it's not that you are a sociopath. You'll not just do it. Like you are, yeah.
See, life though can sweep you away. Meaning you might have the best intentions and you might win, but then something bigger comes along, and that's the natural kingdom where a bigger fish eats the smaller fish, and the smaller fish is completely unaware that there's even a bigger fish. Next thing you know, the smaller fish is being digested, and you're like, what happened? What happened?
For example, let's say you work like with the government, your execution day of some criminal, this guy's innocent, and you don't feel like guilty about executing this guy. Like it's okay, like he killed, you believe he killed people, you have a reason. Does that make you, this kind of detachment is actually more dangerous than sociopathic detachments. Once you feel justified, you can do anything. And some people are very good at justifying things to themselves.
Yep.
They could like have some reasons, and do whatever they want. That's why, like, I think this is the most evil coming from. It's not from real psychopaths. It's from people who justify things to themselves and others, like to do anything.
See, that religion can help you justify anything because,
Yes,
yeah, that's the danger of Islam, where
it's not. You're literally like bombing people. You're justifying like doing genocide in Gaza. So let's
no,
not
no, no,
do
you don't
it.
understand. Like if you read Rumi or Sufism, um, and you mix it with wine and cannabis and war. Because, like, look, earlier you mentioned the Greeks and hedonism. Well, the Romans and the Greeks really did hedonism to the highest level ever in human achievement
Because
with
that's the
slaves
purpose of
and
life.
sex.
I mean, you should be going there, like finding, like doing shit. That's my plan, bro. I practice hedonism to an extent.
Well, then that's where you might end up dying because you're practicing the life of a hedonist.
I don't know, I'm gonna read about it, but I think this is like I was thinking about this, like I think this is all that matters. Like as you said, like, you're gonna be forgotten whatever you want. Like look at these great people, like done things. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, but that game also becomes boring. So you have to find a nice blend of hedonism with conservatism and peace because the problem with hedonism is you can end up just it's so self-destructive that the
It
alternative.
doesn't matter, bro. Like when you like you're gonna like be distracted anyway. Imagine if you could have cancer at any moment. Like imagine comedian, you could be like you could literally right now
Everybody
have
could have
cancer.
everybody already has cancer right now. It's called mortality. You're gonna die.
So it doesn't matter, bro. Like once you think about it, like you're gonna like if you have like the opportunity to enjoy life, hedonism could mean many things to different people. Like
No, hedonism really should just mean be in the moment, which is now. And if you're ever outside of the now, then you're really losing. You're failing to achieve the now, which is the all. So, I mean, you said earlier that Islam is about worshiping God. Well, God is the now. There's no God 10 years ago.
but
There's no
between
such thing
me
as
and
10 years
you, we
ago.
all know that this God is like it's not it's like as you said that yeah, it's something to tell the people, but like when it comes
It's
when you
not
think
something to
about
tell
like
the people. It's the same thing as your name on this app. New is the same thing as the word now. So that's what God is. The word God can be translated as the word all or new or now or wow. It's always dealing with the present moment. There is nothing else but the present moment in our reality. So that's what it is. I mean,
wow.
there's like hardly a past. There is no past.
I
It's just a compression
okay.
now.
Do you think the world would be better without religions, like all religions? You think it would be a better place?
That'd be boring.
Yeah, I think it would be amazing, bro. Like
No, it would
it
be
would be an
boring.
amazing place.
It would be boring. Just imagine if every book was destroyed and books were outlawed. Then it would be like that book 1984 or something. It would become a prison industrial complex for everybody, and it would be
No, but
boring.
but we will appreciate this life more. Like we'll have all like we'll not like oh we're gonna have another life. I don't need like this. If you think this is all you got, like you will put all that you got into it.
Listen, the
Mostly
basis
hedonism.
the basis of the best argument is that there's not a speck of dust out of place in the whole universe. So all your hypothesizing is actually inaccurate, meaning that the way things are now is a very highly refined state. And it's probably an improvement from the year, 50 AD. It's probably. I mean, there's more people now ever on the planet. COVID-19 and the vaccines didn't, we're depopulating and there's lower birth rates, but there's still more people now than ever before. So
I think China, Pakistan is gonna help us with that. Like we're gonna depopulate soon, probably.
I don't think a nuclear bomb is as big as you think it is. COVID-19 and the vaccines is probably the biggest depopulation event in human history. I don't think
Yeah.
10 nuclear bombs could achieve what
How
COVID-19.
many millions did COVID kill?
It's not about how many they killed now. It's about all the fertility rates have plummeted. So there's going to be no new people. It's just like this app.
Fertility rates
see-
caused by it. This is new to me.
You see this app. You don't see any party hats, do you? That means there's no new people. And if you look around, I don't know about you, but I don't see babies. I don't see any babies.
When it comes to
You see any babies? I don't see any babies.
new generations use different apps, like TikToks. I'm saying like Kobe doesn't like. I don't think it interfered with the ability like
I want
to
to ask
conceive.
John a really serious question.
What?
When it comes to like 1984, all that Orwellian bullshit.
Mhm.
There was a movie that I used to watch where like they outlawed books,
Mhm.
and then like you would be able to steal and sneak a book, and like your whole job as a citizen was to read that one book and memorize it over
Yeah.
and over and over and over again, and
Yeah.
burn the book. But then you walk around this lake, and then you would I would tell you my book, John, while you tell me your book. As we both walk around the lake, round and round and round, because
Mhm.
we don't have a book, but we just remember, like, the remembrance of the books we've read. Like, what the fuck movie was that?
I don't know.
Wow, bro, you have two personalities. That's amazing.
No, I got another room open called
And
comedy.
you reminded me of it, talking about like, whose truth is it?
I don't know. The Bible is a really far out book because it feels old. It is old, and it does seem like it's a primordial tale. About like awakening. I mean, leaving Egypt, Pharaoh. I mean, the whole thing has really. It does seem historical. Like, because if you look at the
Wow, bro. I wish we have a Jewish person here. That would be.
because the Pharaoh,
No,
the whole
Christian-
history of the pharaohs,
Christian
it's
person.
all well documented.
You spit on them, bro, like some Christian Tastic takes you, you spit, like disrespecting them.
Who are you talking about? Jewish children
Well,
that spit on
the
Christians?
fair was just suppression because you had rabbi that would teach, and the fair would suppress, and you couldn't show your learnedness in front of the pharaoh.
What do you think about the words themselves as being primal or very ancient words, like even the word Israel or Torah?
Israel is to wrestle or struggle with, and El is God. To wrestle and struggle with God. We could talk about Canaan and the Canaanite, and the descendants of Noah, and I can go all down them.
I think the Egyptians are responsible for
I
everything.
love that.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it is the Egyptians, bro. We invented everything. Like,
Dude,
everything is
I
the
haven't pulled. In one of my boxes, I have a concordance. When I pull out my concordance, then I have the Hebrew, I have the Greek, I have the Aramaic, and I have the English, and I have every word and every definition in a level that you wouldn't even understand. If you don't have a good concordance, you don't know shit.
Anyways, I think I'm an ancient Egyptian.
Yeah, you are. God told you to go to Israel and you wouldn't go. I want to go fight. No, I want to go fight. I don't want to go fight.
Israel.
And then you started worshipping literally a cow. Literally, like Moses left you. And when he came
You know what's in?
I remember, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, before Jesus ever went back to Jerusalem, he and I were hanging out in Kemet, and we were going to school when he was learning about the Anunnaki.
Well, when the Hebrews or the Israelites built that golden calf and pissed off God, do you know where Aaron told them to take the gold? He didn't say take the gold off your wrists, off your fingers. He said take the gold out of your ears. And so that whole thing is just a metaphor for your temple, which is your ear canals, and just what you put in your brain is your reality in many ways, and what you say is who you are, and that's your personality. I mean,
John, do you think I really give a fuck about money?
no, I don't think anybody really gives a fuck about that. People are more concerned about how they feel, like minute to minute. I mean,
Yeah, feelings are important. Like I don't know.
Because if
Fuck feelings.
you had $1 billion, like there's this Chinese guy that went to France to go buy $100 million winery. It's the most expensive one ever, and he crashed his helicopter and died looking at the $100 million winery he was about to buy. So
Wow.
yeah, I mean,
Look at
how do you
Kobe
feel?
and his
Yeah,
daughter.
how do you feel right now? That's if you're gone, you're gone, but it's coming. That's the wildest thing about life is God is really death.
Take life so seriously. You're never gonna get out of life alive.
Yeah, you ain't getting out of this alive. So it's like,
Hedonism, bro. Hedonism is the answer. You go buy a bottle of whiskey right now and have your life.
that's still gonna. It's just not gonna work for you the way you think
Hey,
it
I'm
is.
just saying. I've been there, done that. Got a T-shirt. And I got
Everybody's
really
done
close to
that.
motherfucker.
Everybody's done that one. Everybody's had the best bottles, lots of them. And at the end of the day, you're like, don't want to do that again.
Well, I mean, it depends on what she looked like when I woke up next to her.
Yeah, sex is the one thing. See, it's the curvature. It's the ass that is like the goddess, Asiya or something.
Bro,
That curved ass
she
is
looks
magic.
She looks like Isis. She has a Coke bottle frame and she smells good. I'll take her to breakfast.
I mean, do you think we're just talking monkeys?
Even if I forgot the night before.
Chances are we're all just
It's
talking
not
monkeys.
actually. It's sex about the personality more. Like it's very complex, but you fuck the personality. Like some personalities are hot, some.
Yeah, but I mean, eventually you just weed
If you
out.
have somebody like who's like playful, and you have this person, it's like it's gonna be very fun. Like, so you have somebody who's like stupid, boring. It's like,
Yeah. There's an intelligence to sex. Like, you gotta be pretty smart to have good sex because A, your body's in good condition, and B, some people actually don't know how to they don't even know how to have good sex. They're like logs or bricks or rocks. They don't even
Hey,
move.
Edmund, let me ask you a good
Gotta know
question.
yoga.
What is the speed of sex, Edmund?
I don't know what.
68. You know why?
Why?
Because once you get to 60, you gotta turn around.
It's funny. How long
like
did you go
imagine
out?
like you were talking about robots. Imagine like having those gadgets like in sex. Like you could like never like have like have extend your like like we could have many ideas about sex. Like we could have an implantation like go forever like that. They actually planted a cathode in rat brain and give like there's a button. The rat pushes the button and feels like pleasure. He keep pushing it until he died. Literally died from pleasure. That's a good death too.
I gotta say, I think our cell phones are like the closest manifestation of divinity ever because they're basically push button surprise devices. So basically anything you can imagine or anything you want, you can actually synthetically create it by just touching your phone.
I'm just saying that proves that pleasure is the highest like value. Like because if I give you like a button like
Yeah, but what are you saying? Pleasure's just dopamine then. So it's like we are chemicals. We are just fucking chemicals, but we're like
for
chemicals
example,
aware.
fentanyl, like have you tried
We're sentient
fentanyl?
chemicals.
It's dangerous.
No, we are actually a synaptic storm that impedes based on resistance.
Or signaling. I don't know. Do you know any neurologists or neuroscientists?
Yeah, I studied it for a long time, but I never got a degree in it.
Voltage, current, ampere.
Doesn't mean I don't know
Yeah.
it.
So I mean, why can't the neuroscientists?
A dendrite, soma, telomeres, oligodendrocytes versus Schwann cells, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Like, what the fuck?
Like imagine like if they could upload like your consciousness into a computer, you would live forever there. That would be a fucking nightmare. Like,
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the real you.
it will be like you will
Well,
never know
yeah,
the difference.
well,
Like it will be
like,
the same thing.
literally,
You will never know the difference.
the thing here is like, you know, like the original version of Star Trek, the guy that was Hawk like me, Bones, you know, the doctor of the Star Trek film of back in the original time, he would never get on the fucking transporter because he knew in order for him to get on the transporter, his like, you know, existence would be split into a million molecules and he'd be dead. And whatever ended up on the other side might look like him, be like closely put together like him, but be able to transfer the soul. So he refused to get on the transporter because he knew it would be the death of his soul.
Wow, I understand that, but what's the difference from him falling to sleep and waking up? It's not the same because like there are changes in his molecules too. Like, so it's the same thing. You're never the same person. You literally change. Your body creates new cells, and cells die. Energy changes. Like it's not the same person. You're not the same person as we started this discussion. The molecule level.
I mean, I think some people have like, I don't know. You can detect that personality is pretty constant. So like your personality 10 minutes ago is it's almost identical to your personality right now.
Do I seem any different, dude, John? Do I seem any different from 21?
It's not the personality, guys. It's you're transported.
Other than like the ups and downs, but otherwise, am I kind of congruent?
I don't know. I think we need some type of metaphysical technology breakthrough where we're able to essentially departicleize
you
them.
and send you to another location in geometry. Like, do you think like that person will have the same personality, different
geometry
matter, but it's you. It's the same person.
What in the trigonometry are you talking about?
I don't know. Personality is so relative where it's like the outside observer in many ways dictates a person's personality because you are who people tell you that you are based off of your own signaling and experiences. So, but people are also actors and
not if you are an introvert. You don't care about what people say, bro.
Well, I don't think that you, like, you know, as much as, like, you are an obtuse dickbag, you know, Edmund, like, honestly, I consider you one to be one of my closest friends since my mother's passed. And I'm never going to take that away from you. What's raining or not.
What he's saying? Shut up.
He's just saying that he's that I'm his friend, and you know.
Are you together, guys?
No. We're gonna go to Egypt and get married at the Western Wall.
Wow.
No, we're gonna go to Gaza and go fight in the last battle.
No, you don't want to go there.
What do you think Israel's gonna call the final battle when they finally take control?
Do you believe like God, like Armageddon? Do you believe this shit?
I think Armageddon is probably not as big a deal as you think it
You think
is.
Jesus is gonna return?
No, I'm saying that we're probably gonna. No, what I'm saying is we're probably gonna, as a race, you know, or Israel.
It's gonna be like South Africa, and eventually it's gonna be like people gonna like get over this shit. Like maybe it takes like hundreds of years, but it's not gonna like.
No way! It's just too inherent.
It will happen, bro. Don't you see South Africa? They were literally killing each other the same way.
Do you know how many Muslims every day in the West Bank in Gaza sit there and they pray for the destruction of Israel? They can't stop.
What's happening? It's like literally like everywhere when it comes to racism. Like people get on.
No,
Be surprised.
it's not true. Once you achieve a certain standard of living and a certain level of intelligence, you're no longer a sociopath praying for the destruction and death of your neighbors. You don't.
Wow.
You stop.
It's like you're actually doing the same thing as they are. Probably you are having the opposite mentality they are having. The same thing. I'm saying like once you get bored of a conflict.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, my young man. If I was walking across the desert and I ran across your mom, who is also walking across the desert, we were both looking for water, and I was like, hey, I think that shade over might be a mountain.
If I was walking in the desert and I met your mom, like I would give her water, bro. Your mom would get her water.
The way I understand,
I don't care if
my
she.
dad is if we walk this way, we can go over
I will
here,
give water to your mom, bro. I promise.
But the thing is, when I listen to your mom and then she saves my life, does that
Well,
make
your
us
mom is
brothers?
gonna be like saying, it's in.
Does it make us
like,
brothers when your mom saves my life?
Listen, I'm gonna like literally feed your mom, give her
I'm
like water.
asking you,
Your mom and save her.
saves my life. Does that make us brothers?
No.
Yeah, it will make us brothers when I save your mom. We're gonna be your daddy.
No, this doesn't make us brothers.
Oh my Jesus.
You're asking like serious, like do you know how like for example the Nazis like did
I
you say
wasn't
how
really worried about like whether I wanted to be his brother.
literally Americans will like seeing no dogs and blacks. Literally I was like no dogs and blacks here.
What was that?
I'm playing off this shit right now.
I'm saying like it doesn't mean like people do not resolve conflicts. Religion problems stay longer than other problems, but they're gonna get resolved eventually. Like,
Dude, you ain't got no problems until you talk to somebody like me.
I mean, I don't know. I think the problem
for
is
example,
thinking
don't
that
you
there
know,
are
like,
problems.
Like the Christians in Europe have been like doing like lots of troubles like in the 1800s. They were killing Jews too. So like things that changed in
Dude, I've been
200 years.
doing
They're
it
now
in
crying,
2000.
supporting.
Listen, there's so many young people in Israel, they're never going to put up with terrorism. They'll fight back and die fighting.
Terrorism doesn't exist, bro. It's a world that you created.
It does exist.
Everybody knows that, bro. This
Are
is
you
like
crazy?
boomer shit.
Terrorism is crime. What are you talking about? It does
This
exist.
is boomer shit. Nobody believes that terrorism just means you are terrorizing other person. You also do that. Everybody does that.
Everybody does that. Listen, when I go sit at a bus stop and some fucking Palestinian woman rams her fucking minivan into the bus stop and squishes me, I want my fucking brothers and sisters in the military to go get me justice. That's what I would want.
Yeah, but you're gonna like I understand your perspective, but you are also like we have military Israeli like women like literally sending bombs, killing children in Gaza. That's,
Yeah, it's nice if you got close friends who will get you justice if you innocently get killed. Like if you were doing
It's
something
not
wrong.
justice, bro. It's not like to go suppress somebody, kill. I don't know how you say justice. It's not justice.
Understand what a cell leader is.
Listen, if I ever get a squatter, I'm gonna fly you up here, Brian, and I'm gonna have you do a citizen's arrest and then fly you right back to Georgia.
Listen, Brian, that's why you have to control things, because you control people like Brian. He's a puppet,
If you
a
want to
American
do
puppet.
that with my
Zionist.
clearance, in Illinois, I will call the Illinois.
Yeah, he's in Illinois. He's like
Bureau of Investigation, and they have my number, and I will let them know that I'm conducting an investigation.
Like if ever like he become a congressman, you will be his man. Like literally, you'll be following him, like giving him AIPAC like money.
Yeah, I want the APAC money. The guy that I'm running against, he gets APAC money.
You how to access. You motherfuckers don't even know how to access. How to be a fucking.
I'm an astrophysicist, bro. You are talking to a scientist, okay? Don't talk to me like that. You are talking to a scientist.
You fat ass nigger.
Do you know what?
You fucking like white, like trash, fucking piece of shit. I'm a fucking scientist.
Do you know what Kohutec is?
What's Kahotech, bro? Sounds like.
It's one of the biggest energy patterns in the universe. It's a comet or like a.
Kahu?
Kohutec. I'm looking at it's a piece of artwork. I could read it to you if you want. But what I'm just saying is when you contemplate the universe and all the energy and how vast and infinite it is, it should create a sense of awe or even trembling, meaning that like you're so insignificant, but are you really that insignificant? Chances are you're not that insignificant, meaning that we're talking through devices that we didn't even manufacture. But what I'm saying is, is that we have to be connected to the divine, to the universe. So it's
John,
just a
I'm
fun
gonna
thing
tell you,
to
I'm gonna tell you every
contemplate.
That's funny. That's very funny.
John, I'm gonna
Connected.
tell you every time I ever went surfing, and when I went paddling out on the ocean, I felt exactly that.
Yeah, yep, I have felt that too when I've gone
Connected to the
surfing.
divine, like found something like very, like I don't want to say stupid, but it's like
It's true though. It's the universal theory of the one.
then don't you believe in evolution? Don't you think we are just apes, evolved apes?
No, because I can go to. I've spent a lot of time at the zoo with gorillas, and I know that like they're just so
If you
stupid
had a
compared
pet, you
to
will
us.
know like animals is very like smart. Like you're not psychopath, of course. You know animals smart. Like gorillas are very smart. Like bamboos are like.
Yeah, they just want to eat and scroll right on your tablet.
But many humans do that. Actually, many humans want that. Like
It's just
Dude,
dopamine.
you know,
Monkeys want
the only
dopamine too.
thing I really cared about like gorillas was when Robin Williams and Coco used to have their relationship.
Michael Jackson and Coco.
literally, a human is like 99%.
No, it was Robin Williams. Like,
You're 99%.
I know, but look at what we're doing right now. You think a fucking baboon or a gorilla could manufacture a device, and you're sitting in fucking
Yeah,
Egypt.
but
I'm
that's
sitting in Chicago.
you got smarter. Literally, it's just like a mutation in your brain, like your ancestors, and that's it. You're nothing more than that.
It's not. We listen.
Then you go and kill the underground. They were like other human. Oh, God told us to kill them.
I don't know. We're like infinite beings compared to monkeys.
Like imagine if this is a delusion you have in your mind, and you are nothing like an animal, just an animal on this earth who got lucky, like a mutation in your brain, and you got smart. That's it. Nothing like apes are not monkeys.
Yeah, now you're acting like Pavlov's dog. Well, what do you know about Freud's 5 stages of development?
I don't know. What do you know about Abraham's?
Oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genitalia.
What do you think Isaac was thinking when Abraham was about to kill him?
If you're laughing at the basics of psychology, good luck getting an
What are those
education,
stages, bro? Oral stage.
Yeah, it's
That sounds like a porno to me.
Sigmund Freud. Who was smarter, Sigmund Freud or Einstein?
Sigmund Freud was a piece of shit.
I think
He never did something.
Freud's biggest proponent would have been Erickson.
Do you know Sigmund Freud is responsible for publishing more books than anyone in human history?
Yeah, because he never said something with value. That's why he
probably just
That's probably true.
Crackhead.
He was doing cocaine. He was a coke addict.
He was spamming. He was spamming.
Yeah, he was spamming. You're right. He was spamming. Sigmund Freud was a successful spammer.
Yeah, because you don't know, but in psychology, they don't even follow his ideas now.
I know.
Like his ideas was literally wrong about everything. It's not like cognitive science was totally different. It didn't evolve from psychology.
Well, the thing is, the subconscious is like saying that it's the soul in a way. So, what do you think we actually have souls or a spirit, or what is the subconscious connected to? Is it connected to something?
Believe this shit. Like God, my soul is different than this black person. I was chosen by God.
No, see, you're throwing race into soul. What I'm saying is soul supersedes race identity consciousness.
You think you are superior than this guy, Lino. For example, I think I'm equal to him, but you're within you think are superior. You think I'm better than this.
Everybody's equal when you're sitting there taking a shit in the forest, okay? Or you're drinking a cup of tea with somebody. Everybody's the same person.
I'm chosen by the Lord.
Yeah, the problem is these motherfuckers don't even know how to dig a cat hole to figure out their ass from a hole in the ground.
See, we are technically just pink brains emitting sounds through our lips and our throats, and we're all very similar. Standard of living is different. you know, wisdom, knowledge, intelligence, memories, experience are all different, but our brains are technically identical. Like literally, just absolutely the same
what if
color.
aliens exposed themselves to us now and told us like everything you monkeys believed in is like fiction and we can prove that and here we go, we are superior race and this is our technology and we're gonna feed you after your delusions. Like you're gonna say like you're gonna still follow. They could prove that everything.
I want to know in the psychology level of like understanding. There's a Dr. Harlow, and it's called Harlow's monkey. If you were the monkey in Harlow's monkey, which would you have taken a hold of? The one made out of barbed wire with like nipples that gave milk, or the one that didn't give any sustenance, but it was soft and fuzzy? What nature nurture bitch ass are you gonna pull?
Yeah.
You seem like you like both, bro.
I don't know. Brian's got a lot of shit figured out. Got a lot of shit figured out. I don't know. It's your experience and your. It's just who you are.
Was Einstein like a German citizen or like he was like your like from your people?
Actually, he was from Austria.
He was a patent
Was
attorney.
Austrian, like he was like the painter.
Was he a patent attorney or a patent clerk? I can't remember.
Well, when he was in Switzerland, he was a patent clerk.
Like, why did they hate you so much? Like, why those people?
You know what? You know what, dude? You're right. I'm thinking of Tesla. Tesla was Austria. You're right. It was Switzerland, and he was a patent clerk in Switzerland when he came up with the whole EMC.
So he's one of you? Are you saying he's one of you?
So what do you think E equals MC squared means?
Dude, there's so much information in my head, bro.
What do you think?
I'm saying, why did the Nazis hate you guys? Like, what are there? Is because they are evil?
They hated everybody, dude. They were running they were a mafia, and if you weren't in the mafia, you weren't cool. They wanted to enslave you. You were inferior to their mafia
But why
race.
other people, like, why didn't do that to other people? Did that to you exactly? Like,
They
why
did it to everybody, man. They conquered Europe. What are you talking about? They imprisoned millions of people.
I'm saying, like, well, are you saying like that they did to everyone as they did to the Jews in Europe?
Everybody, yeah, not just the Jews. They did it to everybody. They fucked everybody's lives up.
But
They
it
took
seems
over.
like everybody's forgetting and like only like this, like, you know, the atrocities, like, at least on numbers they said like 6 million.
Seems,
they hate
seems
you like specifically. They
pretty
even have like
possible, yeah.
philosophers, like they wrote books about you, bro.
I don't know why people don't accept the 6 million number when you know that like 55 million or 120 million people died in the whole conflict, you know.
I accept it, but I'm asking what's the reasons for them, like, for example, to write, like, they have like books about you. Literally, like, they have Heisenberg, the philosopher of the party, writing books about you, bro. And they have like...
Dude, I love Breaking Bad. That was a great movie.
Yeah, but I just, like, I want to know what are the reasons. Like, do you think that, like, what are specifically the reasons?
It's people want to create memories about what they went through, basically. Because World War II was definitely like the apocalypse. I mean, everything was destroyed and like,
But
I mean,
they
there
will
was
always, like,
nothing.
when they talk about in speeches, like, I've heard, like, some of their, like, it was lots of history, but they were talking about you. Literally, there were guys who have no country. The guys, like, they were always talking about you. They literally, like, they have no...
I don't know what to tell you, man, but Israel is a fucking historical miracle. The fact that Israel exists and people there speak Hebrew,
Is
it's
it
a
because
fucking
they
miracle.
realize there's something wrong, like, with, like, I don't know, they seem like to realize something about, like, World War One. Like, what did you do to them at World War? Like,
What are you talking about?
they seem to think you betrayed them and helped the enemies and stuff, like, I don't know.
Who? What are you talking about?
The Germans.
Oh, that's what you think? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, those are like those are just insignificant conspiracies because really the German state itself was, you know, I don't know. It's just such a shame that so many people
Like,
died.
it's amazing to me you can't articulate the reasons. Like, I'm not seeing you justify that.
Do you know how many Iraqis and Afghanis died in the past 25 years? Fucking millions. And hundreds of thousands of people born with birth defects from plutonium, uranium spent, you know, fucking munitions.
Are you saying that the Holocaust is like
dude,
weaponized by the Jews?
I-
That's why it's famous.
You're not wrong. Hey, like Edmund, when I was in Iraq, I found this kid, and like his mom, like was telling me to come into their house. And,
Fucking
like,
scumbag, you was in Iraq,
look at
you
my
would kill
kid.
like Iraq. You probably
Shut
killed
the
few
front
Iraqis.
door. I know you hear me. Shut the front door. What I'm telling you is,
You fucking was in Abu Ghraib, didn't you? In the prison.
when I
Fucking
went
piece
into
of
this,
shit.
when I went into this child's bedroom, and like
You went into his bedroom, you fucking piece of shit, fucking criminal.
and he had picked up depleted uranium saber round.
Wow, you gave him
and
radiation
he had
sickness?
put it in his pocket.
Fucking
Mhm.
evil
And
piece of
he
shit.
keep it in his pocket like it was a lucky charm.
Mhm.
But it's sitting next to
Wow.
his groin,
Yeah.
and it's ionic radiation sitting
You
next
blasted,
to his
you
balls.
blasted him. This is a war crime. I could literally like imprison you.
No,
Right?
he was just saying that he came across a
He
kid.
said he gave him a literally uranium like plate.
He didn't give it to him, he
didn't
picked
know
it up.
about It was like, and you look at him, he doesn't know. It's like isotopic. It's like you're gonna look at him dying slowly. Was it?
So wait, was he
psychopath?
what was his state? Was he sick?
Well,
He gave him that. He literally confessed to crime, bro.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he became a eunuch.
His balls fell off.
Everything.
Is this guy like? Where do you live? Illinois? You told me. Okay, war criminal. Okay.
I'm not a war criminal.
Not you. Your friend
Well,
is a war
I
criminal. You
didn't
did
put
confess to
depleted
doing crimes
uranium
of
in my
war.
motherfucking front pocket.
Literally
Yeah.
confess like of giving some like a child a uranium.
Do you think your cell phone can cause cancer?
No, Jesus Lord, I know the microwave radiation. Dude, I used to be a microwave engineer way back in the early.
Yeah, but what if you got 100 cell phones yourself at the time?
Yeah, he got uranium. Like this is
That makes
evil.
you brilliant. Dude, John, if you think that like 5G, 4G, whatever the fuck G is gonna fucking, like, I get that you think that the frequency of your cell phone connection is upwards close to what microwave would be,
Mhm.
and microwave could cook you and vibrate the water
We
molecule.
should have a bigger microwave, like a huge. You could stuff a
You're not,
human in.
you're not vibrating the water molecules in your body.
We
This is
should.
my dream machine. Like I would create a huge microwave.
But
That would be
people
cool.
say that make me laugh.
That would be cool to like take a cow into a huge
Yeah,
microwave machine.
stuff like somebody like a war criminal into it. I put it in 2 minutes.
I wonder if that would be a good way to kill people.
Microwave.
Well,
Yeah,
man,
that would be
what,
like.
what was that?
like, it
What
will
was
be
that
like-
one movie that I saw? It was like, you know,
The Brundlefly?
with all the gods and shit, but they put the women in this like bronze bowl in the inside, and they set it on fire, and they cooked the women on the inside of the bowl, and then the smoke coming out of the nose of the bowl was like the women being like boiled.
Wow, war crimes being confessed here. You have had a bowl in Iraq, put in like women into it.
Were you in Egypt during the spring uprising?
Like, why would you build a brass bowl and put people inside it? I like that's fucked up, bro.
It's a movie. What are you talking about?
I thought he was
Actually,
confessing, but he
it's
could have already
legendary
confessed to a
history.
war crime.
That was Mickey Rourke in the movie that they did, but like it was the book for thousands.
Don't you have trauma? Don't you have trauma?
Nigger, shut the fuck up. You ain't got shit on me.
Have you ever taken a bath in
Trauma, you
a
should have- you should
pool
do, like,
of
Trauma
uranium?
or something.
I mean, in a pool of mercury?
Okay, I don't have against like
I
veterans. I'm a
have played
veteran
with
myself.
mercury,
That's
but
okay.
I never let it touch my skin because I know it's toxic.
do you think a hedonist lifestyle is, Brian?
Are you asking Ted Bundy? That depends on who you ask. Like, if you are asking Ted Bundy, that's like an answer you
That does what?
I said somebody that jerks off with a cactus.
Oh, a cactus jerker offer. What about if you fuck a camel in the desert? Do you know what an Arab calls that?
Wow. Well, what about like banging your head on a wall? And like
That's called driver's. That's called driver's ed.
and banging your head on a wall like a stupid like who worship a wall, bro? You're stupid. Like who goes in a wall and worship a fucking
His buddy's just looking with his hitchhiking like he's about to get on next.
It's a fucking stupid, but it's the most.
How much do you think General El-Sisi is worth in Egypt? Like 3 billion, 10 billion, 15 billion? Like,
I
how much
was
money
like
do you think
wondering
he's worth?
why did the Nazis hate you, bro? And I think like I could understand. I could see like you couldn't articulate.
It took you about an hour to figure it out. You're like, you know what? I'm beginning to see why people can kind of hate this guy.
Yeah,
and maybe
but
why they
the
hate a
Nazis
lot
have a
of.
point. Like it's like, I was asking you, why did they like hate you? What was the reason? You never were able to understand what was the reason.
Well, I think they just utilized a scapegoat tactic in terms of propaganda and prosecution and persecution. It's just all made up, but they really just they stole all their property, they murdered them, and took all their shit. Like, I don't understand. This is what the mafia does.
Okay, so they are mafia. Okay, got it. I wish like there is like, I was like go back in time like and talk like, why do you hate those guys? Like, why do you hate comedian grandfather? Like, they would like love to tell me like.
I don't know. It's kind of stupid. Jews themselves are like so mysterious. It's like you almost can't believe the story.
Are you like gypsies? Because gypsies are not. Nobody likes gypsies. They are hated. They're like. I feel like you give the same vibe. Like you are not like.
Yeah, I think you could. I think Jews and gypsies are probably pretty similar because they're both like diaspora people, right?
Shut up, American! Shut up, you fucking ish or something like that. I don't know where
Are you mad that I'm American?
we are. You don't know we are Semitic nations. We are literally related.
So you're Arabic? My Arabic is Swiss.
You are no. Shut up! You are fucking like Scottish or some Scandinavian.
What is a Semite? You think like a semi?
Are you Scandinavian? Are you Celtic?
Semitic? A tick of a semi? What is a Semitic really?
Yeah, we are the sons of Sam.
That would be four of the main languages, which would be Arabic, Jewish.
Yeah, those are the sons of Sam.
And there's like four other minor languages below those.
Mm.
It's not a language, it's a nation. Semitic nations, they speak Semitic language.
Oh, Greek is one of the
So can all ethnicities and cultures be broken down into languages?
No, don't be anti-Semitic. American, we are Semitic.
So are there any ethnicities outside of language? Like, it's got to be some like Papua New Guinea bullshit.
Yes, only based on what your father taught you and what his father taught him, and that would be.
Imagine being a Scotland, Irish, Ireland. Like those are the most like savages through history. Like.
Have you ever eaten
Scandinavians.
Have you ever eaten a cow's pussy?
Scandinavians are the most like shittiest. Like.
Have you? No, it's a true question. I was in Vietnam once and I ate a cow's pussy. Yeah, they slice it up, they boil it, and they slice up a cow's pussy. It's like sushi. It's like sushi pussy. No, I'm just kidding. But I saw that on YouTube the other day. I was like, holy shit! Like they actually eat a cow's pussy.
Sashimi, but
Yeah, it's like sashimi basically. I couldn't believe it. It's fucking gross. It's not gross when you see it.
Right now, comedian, why did the Germans hate the Jews back then? And actually some results say because you betrayed them at work. They think you betrayed them.
The Germans hated the Jews. They scapegoated them to make themselves feel better.
Since 1933, you want it like I don't really give a fuck about World War II.
Shut up, American. I'm not asking you.
1941, when my grandfather joined World War II in 1941, we were 16. started out as 500, like, you know, everybody else would think that they
Mhm.
were in part of a bigger group. Like, and it was a psychological fucktardery of a program that he
Yeah,
played
probably this is
on the
propaganda.
young
He's
people.
saying
Spam.
propaganda.
It's
You know, the real
spam.
story, bro.
Because the end of the Second Reich,
He pulled
at
the
the end
Sigmund
of World
Freud.
War I, and then
But
he
you want the
wanted to
real
bring
story.
back,
We don't want the BBC story,
he
bro.
was in
You don't
World
want the.
War I and fought as an Austrian. You know, he
We
ended
don't,
up
we
becoming
don't want the Illinois
the
news,
Third Reich.
Illinois Times
Think
story.
I
We don't want the real story here.
motherfucker. Bitch, stop running
Illinois.
your pile. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Stop kissing ass. We are Semitic nations. We could discuss like our heritage, our history. Shut up. We are asking why aliens hate us. Shut up. It's not your business. You are Scandinavians. You don't belong here.
What are you
So
talking
why
about?
did the alien like superior? They are seem superior.
You think I'm Scandinavian?
I think you are probably either a piece of shit scan, or you are either like what they call Celtic. Yes.
I'm not
A
even
Celtic.
gonna defend that one.
Probably your grandfather was an Irish bum. He literally like got to America.
Shanty Irishman. He's calling this fucking Arab is calling you a Shanty Irishman.
Yeah, but this is like we have more history than these like Vikings. They are savages, bro.
Yeah. The Pharaoh, the Egyptians got a lot of history. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands
But
and
these are like
thousands.
savages. Like they have no history, bro.
Yeah.
Listen to him. He looks like a savage. He have like I'm trying to think about why did the Aryans hate us? Like why did they hate us? They are superior. They seem beautiful. Look at the Germans. They are right when they did the studies. Like, look at this black guy and think about the German man.
They fucked themselves. They fucked themselves. The Nazis are technically the same thing as the Hamas. They fucked themselves.
Oh my god, you gotta say that. I wish
Strategically, I'm saying it's the exact same thing. They were like, oh yeah, we can win this war against the communists.
Americans. I don't.
I'm just saying it. It's true. It's true. It's just energy potential. The fucking Nazis didn't calculate the energy potential.
You are literally like they can't say a word about you. They are afraid. I gotta sleep, bro. I gotta sleep. Okay, American.
He couldn't take it anymore. His fucking head cracked. He couldn't deal with it. Knew he couldn't deal with it anymore. Finally, you reached your tipping point. You're like, all right, fuck this shit. I gotta go sleep. I've been on here all day long.
I didn't think I was being extremely obtuse.
No, it's true. I gotta go to sleep too.
I was just being objective.
A Met Gala orgy. You want to go to the Met Gala orgy? Oh my god, that's a funny
What's
title.
good with the good? What's going on, man? You doing alright?
Yeah, everything's fine.
That's what's up, man. How's it go?
Fuck, man, I was on the treadmill today and it feels like I'm walking on needles.
I don't understand. But you know how much I run all the time, so.
Yeah, you're a fucking long distance runner, huh?
Dude, well, I mean, 3 miles a day, 5 times a week.
It's pretty good if it's true. Yeah, you're like, oh, he's calling me out.
Dude, you wanna see a picture of me with my BMX bicycle when I went riding my bike the other day?
Sure.
Here. There's a picture of me and my bike. That was me in front of my shop. Dun, da, bow, pow, dow. There you go. That's me and 5'10", 155 pounds on my mongoose.
Oh, you got a mongoose? So what happened to your forehead?
I got in a fight with some dumb fuck like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I heard you telling that story.
Oh man, I didn't know. I met this girl at the corner store on Saturday.
Damn.
And then next thing you know, it was, Blunts and Bears. And we were for the damn thing. And the next day after she went home, yeah, this motherfucker showed up in my motherfucking yard. No idea who this fucking guy is. None. None. And like, it's her boyfriend. Didn't even know she had a boyfriend. He showed up to like protect like his honor or her honor. Like either way. But like he and I literally took like I came out in the yard with my pistol on my hip. And I grabbed my pistol off my hip because he's like, "You gonna fight? You got that gun, you a pussy." I'm like, "I ain't a pussy." So I took the gun off my hip, and I threw it over my fence into my front yard, where I got a courtyard in, and like he and I like started going at it, and like when I was standing up with him, bro, he was Floyd Mayweather to I didn't know what to do with it. I'm just saying.
I
like,
can't believe you would
sometimes,
fight this guy like just randomly. Why weren't you even concerned?
Yeah, well, with hands, but when he went with hands and he started hitting me in the face, I couldn't block very well. So I went and I took him with a double leg takedown, and I put him on the ground. I put him on his back, stood on his belly, and I immediately went to go like start punching him, and I punched him like two or three times, but then he grabbed my hand.
Yeah.
He grabbed both my wrists from on the bottom. So I wasn't able to do anything. So I literally started slamming my forehead into his nose.
So wait, how did the fight end? Did he just like slink off and say, "Fuck you"?
I broke his nose. I broke his nose and the cops showed up.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't call the cops. Dude, my neighbors aren't. I could barely hit a golf ball and hit my neighbor's house. And like my neighbors called the cops.
Wow. So they arrested him?
Oh, I don't even know his fucking name yet.
Wow. Are you gonna? Maybe you could sue him. Maybe he's got some money. Maybe you could sue his ass.
Yeah, well, he showed up on my property and started shit that he couldn't fucking finish.
Man, he's lucky you didn't fucking shoot him.
Dude, I literally threw my gun over the fence.
I know. I can't believe you would throw your weapon over the fence. That's crazy.
Well, dude, he was just as big as me, and I knew I had him.
But weren't you worried maybe he's got a knife or a gun?
I don't give a fuck. Dude, give me a knife. Dude, pull a knife and see what I do.
He chose the wrong motherfucker's house to go start a fight at. What a dumbass. Damn.
I still don't know his name.
How do you think he got your address though? Like, how did he find out?
Because she walked home and she lives like 3 blocks from my house. When she went home like early in the morning and like had the wobble on her, he's like, "What you been doing, girl?" And she's like, "I'm fucking that guy down there." And then, that's how I figured out where I was.
Damn.
I mean,
Damn.
she done told it him.
Damn. Well, is he? Yeah. Well, hopefully he doesn't show back up at your house with a fucking gun.
Please, I wish he would. I'm bored.
Did you ever see the latest Rambo movie where Sylvester Stallone kills all the narco terrorists in on the Mexican border in Texas?
With all the tunnels under.
Yeah, it's just so stupid. It was unbelievable. It was almost like a racist Mexican murder movie. It was the craziest shit I've ever recently seen. I was like, this is kind of crazy.
It was Sylvester Stallone against the cartel.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, how are people not freaking out about
That's
this?
Rambo. He's our real Rambo. He was the one that went against the cartels
fucking got this plumber over here because I had some major leaks because the water pipes busted in the wintertime. And man, I hope to God that the hot water tank also didn't bust because it's brand new, never even fucking used. This like whole I'm like spending thousands of dollars getting this shit done. It's like fucking financial apocalypse.
Take your little like personal heater, like airspace heater,
Mm-hmm.
and like point it towards the water heater. Like at the very bottom of the heater, there's a valve. Put a hose, and then like drain that to bathtub to that hose. Let that heater run for about like.
It's not frozen. It's not frozen. I mean, I'm saying it broke in the wintertime.
The thing is, like, but then once you really heat it all up, get all of it out, all the ice crystals out of it, and then you open that valve, you're literally gonna drain the bottom out of that thing, and you want to turn the heater off, turn it on off while you don't want to try to heat it by air, but then once you do that, like close it all up and turn the water back on.
Mm-hmm.
Let it fill back up and then turn that shit on. And now you have fresh, good water without like sediment.
Mm.
I live in a land with a lot of well water.
Mm-hmm.
So I deal with this shit nonstop. Because there's a lot of sediment that comes out of the ground. And I get my water. You know what I mean?
I was thinking about Arlington Cemetery today. I was like, oh, Brian
I told you about that the other day.
gets to rest at Valhalla.
Well, I mean, I already set it up because of the Purple Heart. And I can't imagine being in any better company. Honestly. What better warrior would you want to be around?
Do Congressional Medal of Honor recipients get like? Is there like a special place in Arlington for Medal of Honor recipients?
Yes.
I've never seen it. I've seen the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, but I've never walked around Arlington.
Have you ever seen? I've been to Arlington like many times.
No, I've never
the
walked.
Eternal
Internal Fire.
The Eternal Flame.
Isn't that next to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier?
Very close.
I think, yeah, I've seen it. I mean, we did all that when I was in the 8th grade. They take you to
Do you
DC.
know what the Eternal Flame was about?
No.
You know the assassination of John F. Kennedy?
Uh-huh.
The Eternal Flame is a memorial for JFK.
Oh, wow, cool. That's pretty cool. I think there was like something with Trump. I think like some Gold Star families or something.
Dude, my drill sergeant was barred more than 2 people. Like we called him Superman. That motherfucker made me like, dude. I'm 50 years old. You can see me. That was a picture of me like maybe a week ago with my mongoose, and I just came back from doing a bunch of tricks on my bike. Like,
Well, you're no fucking fitness model, despite the fact that you run 3 miles a day.
I'm not a fitness. No, I'm not a fitness. I don't wear lemon Lulus. Who the fuck are you?
You don't wear Lululemon and do hot yoga?
No, but I can fucking bunny hop a fucking mongoose without even thinking.
Yeah, bro, that guy who showed up on your fucking doorstep had no idea what the fuck he was thinking. I know, but you fucking probably know how to fight and like you maneuver well. So fucking you gotta sneak attack your ass. Otherwise, you're gonna lose.
Well, I mean, when I break your liver and your false rib, what are you gonna do? Most people don't even know how to aim.
Yeah, I used to miss in Bennings just so I could shoot more ammunition.
I'm talking about my hands. I ain't worried about all the other. Dude, I'll hit you with an AT4 if you want me to hit you with an AT4.
I never shot a live round AT4. I just shot the dummy round.
Oh, an anti-tank missile? Dude, I can't even tell you how many of those motherfuckers I shot.
Backblast area clear. One time there was this kid from Saipan, in our
What it was is when we were like walking around the outside down in Mahala. Think about like a Call of Duty. Think about this long like alleyway and maybe 200 meters or like football fields down the end. There's a blockade at the very end of it, and they've got a machine gun in there, and like you've literally got to get them out of their position. And I would get an AT4, and I would literally just jump out in the middle of the street and like yank a fucking shot at them, and then run back on the other side and like dodge bullets. I mean,
backblast area clear. Backblast area clear.
There wasn't nobody. There wasn't nobody behind me. You didn't have to yell it.
Did you ever see a video of somebody like shooting an RPG from an apartment window and like blows the whole fucking room up?
I remember the first time I shot a kid that was 12 years old. He shot an RPG at me.
Mm-hmm.
It detonated. It detonated about 15 meters to my left flank.
Mm-hmm.
I had 5 soldiers on the outside of my vehicle, like literally on like hunkered down, like drops on the outside of my vehicle, and I wouldn't let the kid go away because he shot from damn near 200 meters away, but he dropped down to a knee.
Mm-hmm.
He went to reload, and I still had 5 soldiers on the outside of my vehicle. So he'd already shot the RPG. He was going to the reload, so I laid him down.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the worst thing in my head when it comes to like my PTSD is the fact that I literally laid down a 12-year-old kid.
I think you just need to read more books.
I don't even know that he was even 12 years old. He might have been younger than that.
Dude, imagine living in Rome and being like a gladiator or being a slave owner. I mean, just like it makes you realize that our conditioning is like so 21st century where we're like appalled at reality, but like back in the day it would have just been like you just would you couldn't even believe the kind of shit you saw in the year 300. I mean, you're just like, what? Like 60,000 slaves just got to town.
But I went to RN school before I joined the military, so I have the moral and ethical dilemma that's stuck in my head while I'm thinking about this dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you took an anatomy class?
Beyond that, a lot.
Yeah.
I ran a blood lab for years. I was an EMT. I was a phlebotomist. I was a
Yeah, microbiology is a bitch. I dropped out of that class.
Yeah, well then never take biomolecular chemistry.
Yeah, I took Chem 2, like second level chemistry. I had to drop out.
You know what covalent bonds are?
The what?
Covalent bond.
Covalent bonds? Yeah, I think I've heard of that before.
Well, in chemistry, when you mix one chemical with another chemical, the electrons change from one chemical to another and you make covalent bonds.
Yeah.
But when you do that on a level within the cells of the human body, you're dealing with then biomolecular chemistry because you're dealing with all the chemistry within the life of your body. You know what I mean?
So what you're saying is if you eat a jelly bean, you get jelly belly?
You're just mad because you can't bunny hop as far as I can.
Bunny hop. Stop, drop, roll, fire. Clear your chamber, close your dust cover, roll, bound. Bunny hop, drop. Provide cover fire.
National forces are you talking about?
Provide cover fire. Check your left, check your right, close your dust cover, roll, bound, up and atoms, drop.